Any Friday with Covino and Rich in for Colin on the herd.
I mean, am I ready? I stay ready. I've been ready since first call. By the way, Friday. Is it too early for that?
I've been ready since first call. Roll. What movie? I mean, I know you know. Do you know?
Can I just say it?
Say it.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That was Wayne Arnold who said that.
Didn't he play a nun?
Yeah, Jason Hervey's major line. So, flashing it back already on a Friday, pumped for the weekend. Covino and Rich, we're on Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on the East, 2 to 4 on the West. Just search Covino and Rich wherever you get your podcasts. And we have our bonus show on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page, Overpromised. New episode dropped yesterday, but always a pleasure to be here. Now, every Friday on our show, we do something called Weekend Hobnobbing. So we'll do that before the end of the day. That's everything you need to watch in the world of sports and entertainment. So you know what's going on come Monday when everyone's hobnobbing at work, all right? So we'll keep you posted on that. Plus, we do something called Chipotle Worker or WNBA Player, and we give away prizes.
Yeah. Is the woman a WNBA player or a Chipotle worker? If everyone claims to know the WNBA so well, this should be easy.
It's our way to familiarize ourselves with WNBA, but at the same time give props to Chipotle workers because they do a hell of a job.
I mean, who doesn't love a burrito bowl?
Yeah, we got to get you hyped for Naked Gun Weekend and the first of the month.
And by the way, there's a big story and a lot of chatter about, actually, quite the opposite. Cam Ward, maybe not a lot of chatter, and is that a good thing? So we're going to get to a lot of NFL today. But before I get into what won the day yesterday, why do they hide the straws at Starbucks? Is that just out here in Los Angeles?
For the turtles. Yeah, they don't want people just taking them and dumping them into the ocean.
I hate the whole, I feel like such an ass every time. Like, you guys got a straw? Like, just put them out.
No, yeah, they hide them behind the counter.
Do you think if they put them out, then like people are going to like abuse the straws? Like,
it's true. A lot of people wondering why you would even want a straw with your coffee.
It's a nice coffee. What am I going to, I don't know.
Not everybody sips out of a little swirly straw, a little silly straw like you do.
It's not very manly. Rich also uses a straw for his alcohol at a bar.
Yeah. So they do keep them behind the counter. I think, honestly, just to conserve them and just so people don't waste them. For people like you who go to Chipotle, speaking of Chipotle, and steal all the forks and knives all the time because you think you have the right.
They have good silverware. And then when two burrito bowls are $40, then I'm stealing forks.
That doesn't mean you should take 3 handfuls. So people probably take a ridiculous amount of straws, so just hand them out if and when you need them. So anyway, I'm Steve Covino. If you know the answer to that, let us know. The number is 877-4-THE-HERD, 877-4-THE-HERD. That's 877-484-3437. We love taking phone calls, so let's get involved. Let's stay interactive. And that's Rich Davis who posed the question. And Rich,
yes.
Before we talk about who won last night, I just want to say I hope you had, well, not an Astros sort of night. Screw them. Hope you had a Trey Lance sort of night.
Doesn't even matter.
No, it does, because you were dumping on him yesterday. Hope you had a Trey Lance. If we're going to talk about how he's such a bust, when he goes 13 for 20, 120 yards, 2 tutties, and they win 34-7. Hope you had a Trey Lance sort of night. It might be the only time I say it all year.
You know what? Fair point. So
give him props.
Props to Trey Lance. And props to the people that hide straws. Is it feminine, not masculine to sip out of a straw? Who knows? But know what I want to talk about to start the show today, in for the herd, CNR? How baseball is popping. Baseball is doing everything it should be doing.
They're marketing their stars better. They got young kids interested again. There are a lot of young stars. That also helps. There's a lot of big familiar names.
Baseball's doing, to quote Charlie Sheen in the 2000s, winning. Baseball should be winning on August 1st. Today, we flipped the calendar, and we should be talking about pennant races. We should be talking about how great baseball is right now. You know, over the last 5 to 10 years, I get it. Football's still king. I love football. But we were a little obsessed with football to the point where it was August and we were talking about preseason antics and all this when we really should be talking about baseball. And that was baseball's fail. Now that baseball's back, it's very clear that this should be baseball time.
There's so many reasons as to why, and we've been speculating that for a long time, but they made all the right adjustments. Yeah, we always talked football because baseball was moving slow. As the world was changing and moving faster, and you're scrolling on TikTok and you're so easily disinterested, baseball was boring. But they made the right changes. They made the game quicker. That really did help. The fact that we had more than one superstar in Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge and Tatis and Harper and like goes on and on and on now.
Can I tell you
the fact that we had the major market teams in the playoffs last year and it was exciting as hell. You heard it in our voices last year. The Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, like it made it that much more fun and it set up for a really exciting season this year.
Well, major markets, part of it, but it also proves that if you're a small market and play your cards right, you could win. The Brewers have the best record in baseball.
Yeah, but when you got the Dodgers and the Yankees battling in the World Series, when you got some other cool teams in the mix in the playoffs, and it seems like there's a lot of teams still in it to win it, it makes things exciting. That's why we saw a lot of big moves. Even our guy Tim Kirkjian, who's been reporting on baseball for 150 years, said yesterday's trade deadline may have been the craziest, most exciting he's ever been a part of in his career.
And then did he say, I'm Tim Kirkjian.
I'm Tim Kirkjian, ESPN. So, yeah, everybody knows it. We were all on the edge of our seat, even on this show yesterday. Oh, my God, well, who's going to get who? What moves are going to be made? Are your teams going to win this deadline? And it was exciting, man. And there wasn't really that many giant names, but like that were traded. But some important, impactful moves were made.
Yeah. The moves for the teams that needed to make moves, we're going to see if they make sense. We're going to go over some of them, but...
So are you saying baseball won yesterday?
Baseball won the day. Baseball is popping. They outshined, to me, your first preseason game. Look at it this way. There's Terry McLaurin news. There's, Micah Parsons' cowboy activity going on. This story's in the NFL, but to me... the baseball trade deadline and the excitement with about, 50, 60 games to go?
Hey, speaking of Tim Kirkjian and ESPN, that's a bad time for them to lose their deal with the MLB.
I don't know if that's official.
Is that not official anymore? Well, it is popping again, and you got to invest now. Buy now because baseball's back. It's back in a big way, and Rich is absolutely right. If you go back a few years, we'd be talking football right now. Without a doubt, because people would be tired and bored of baseball. In fact, in radio, pull you behind the velvet rope. When you lead with baseball and you talk baseball, you lose most of the audience because it's sort of a boring old guy conversation. Not anymore. And that's what we lead with today. Baseball is back. Baseball's winning. Baseball won yesterday. It's August 1st, and we're talking baseball. We're not ready and eager to turn the page. Are we excited about football? Of course, but are we still hanging on to see where this season goes? Absolutely, more than ever, more than we have in the past 10-plus years.
I said it yesterday. September and October are going to be overstimulating. If you're a baseball fan and now, on the heels of football coming back, you may very well be completely overstimulated with football starting, pennant races, playoff baseball. The early part of the NFL season, the next few months are going to be pretty sweet. You know what I want to say that contributes to baseball popping and coming back?
I think baseball cards has something to do with it, believe it or not, because these kids are going wild about it.
So let's talk about all the little things adding up, because sometimes it could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be something where you're like, what do you love about it? And it's like there's not one big thing. Like
multiple factors.
Yesterday with the trade deadline, there wasn't one big star other than Suarez to the Mariners. There wasn't really like a top-tier guy, in my opinion.
You could say maybe Correa back to the Astros.
Yeah, you might say a couple of the closers, Johan Duran to the Phillies. But I'm saying it wasn't like a year where, like, Piazza was on the move or Soto was on the move or, it wasn't one of those.
No.
I think we could add up all the little things and say all the little things together baseball cards. That's a really good one, Covino. I really think embracing the celebrating instead of being all tight butt about it. Like when the Dodgers get a double and they do their silly little dance on second base.
Goofy hip flexor thing.
Yeah, or when my Mets get a hit, they do that little rolling of the arms, hand up. Or all these teams, when they score a home run, they wear a funny helmet in the dugout. They take like a selfie. They do their little celebrations. To me,
I got another one.
that is also a contributing factor.
How about hey, I know it's baseball and only 80-year-old guys really love us and talk about us, but we're going to do something called City Connect jerseys, and, maybe that'll help bring some excitement. People want to represent a little bit. I think that's great.
Without a doubt.
It's moving so fast. The Yankees changed their beard policy, their facial hair policy.
So, jerseys.
These little things mattered.
Merch.
Yeah.
Baseball cards. Celebrations.
Stood out to the weenials.
Can I tell you something I saw? And Colin loves to point out baseball's popping. So we're on the same page with the guy we're filling in for, the legendary Colin Cowherd. I can't help but say when you go to a game now, I'm not a bird brain. Well, maybe a little. But I don't need to be completely entertained. But when I tell you the entrances for the closers, the walk-up music, all the in-stadium stuff is even at another level. Like when Edwin Diaz comes in for the Mets and Timmy Trumpets is blaring, Citi Field now has a light show. When Duran, who just got traded to the Phillies,
maybe you got to thank the Savannah Bananas for that.
I mean, maybe you could
seriously
add that to the list.
They've stepped up the entertainment factor so much that I'm sure baseball said, "Hey, why are we shying away from family fun?"
But you remember, like a year ago, the guy that's now a Philly, Johan Duran. We talked about how his entrance for the Minnesota Twins was unbelievable. Like the stadium shuts down and the lights go crazy. Those type of things are right on the right track. So I think we've nailed it here. Baseball's back, and each team has stars again.
And big events like tomorrow, Bristol Motor Speedway.
Dude.
That's going to be sick.
Did you see the overhead of what it looks like when you fit a baseball stadium on a racetrack? It looks insane.
It's the first ever game in the state, so that's extra excitement for all the kids out there.
Tennessee.
Add the Field of Dreams game.
Field of Dreams
The
game.
Field of Dreams game they do. The international play once in a while now. So, international stars.
But you know what, Rich? I mentioned in passing Savannah Bananas. I do believe that opened the door to, hey, baseball's fun and exciting for little kids and families, and that could be a stepping stone to watching the big leaguers do their thing. And in related news, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but sources say the Yankees traded Anthony Volpe to the Savannah Bananas in exchange for 10'9" pitcher and DH Dakota Stilts Albatron. Have you seen that?
I saw that.
Yeah,
that's a good one for you guys.
They got rid of Volpe. We got the guy on the stilts.
I know it's gonna be big time for you.
I can't wait to see this, man. I wasn't sure if it was official, but I saw the meme, so it has to be real.
Cove, I don't want to discount the Savannah Bananas. Some love it, some roll their eyes at it, but I'm not saying it changed baseball. But you know what?
You don't think it's a nice gateway for a little kid?
If you don't think in-stadium production crews, and there's been marketing and PR boardroom meetings where it's like, hey, listen, look what the Savannah Bananas are doing. We need to incorporate some of that. Stadiums, you know how they have the sausage race?
We need fun, Johnson, fun!
You know how they have the sausage race in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Every stadium is now sort of doing their own version of stuff like that. I know they got the President's one in D.C. for the Nationals, but every stadium now has some type of race. It's no longer just the fifth inning, guess which hat the ball's under on the scoreboard.
The Great City Subway Race. By the way, I got one I know you didn't think of. What Rich is doing is compiling a list to figure out why and how we've come so far with baseball in such a short period of time. Just 2 years ago, we would be talking about NFL, no doubt, no diggity.
But you got to ask yourself, you and I are big baseball fans. We grew up playing and loving baseball. And then as we got older, football became king, and baseball was more of a, I wouldn't say niche sport, but more of something where you're like, yeah, and I love baseball. But now baseball is popping.
Star power.
And I'm even more intrigued being that I coach.
Faster paced.
I coach baseball now, and these kids are interested.
And again, I give baseball cards a lot of credit because they came back with all these special cards and all these cool unboxings you see on social media.
You can thank COVID for that.
Yeah, maybe. But here's one I know Rich isn't going to bring up. But
That
it
is when
a part
collectors. That is when a lot of card collectors came back.
Oh, you know what, man? There's so many great cards. And I'm a big fan. You remember how exciting that was just to get a great card when you were a kid. Imagine how they feel now with all the options. The food. Baseball parks have stepped up the food next level to the point where it's ridiculous. And every year they're releasing new menu items at the ballpark. When you're spending that much money to go, you want to have a good time. I think that also added to the fun. Don't we find ourselves talking about all the new stadium items? How stupid is that?
The only generic food I ever have at a ballpark is a Dodger dog because you feel like you have to. But other than that, if I go to a stadium,
you got so many fun options.
Dude,
now.
we just came back from Atlanta. They have barbecue restaurants within the stadium. They have Chick-fil-A's in the stadium.
All the stadiums are personalized to that city. Yeah, there's so many great fun and goofy options. It adds to the fun. You know, baseball lost its way. It became old and boring.
Yeah.
It's a game. It's supposed to be fun and exciting, and they're leaning more toward that.
And, you know, Boss Man hit us up, and he said, "Did you guys, you named all that, and you didn't even mention pitch clock, pace of play, length of game, you know,
bat flips.
10th inning, guy starts on second base in extra innings. They are moving the game along."
Yeah, I like it and hate it all at the same time, because when your team has someone at second base automatically in extra innings, you're like, yes. But when it's the other team, you're like, no, I hate this.
And while we do love the added, we do love the human element of sports, I'm telling you, the next big one is going to be those, as Danny said yesterday, the 2 ball strike challenges. And then,
ABS
and
system,
then if
yep.
you get them right, you get the third one, because I think even some of these umpire fights and the stare downs and all that, that's good. And the feuds, Danny, your Dodgers and Padres.
The rivalry,
hate each other.
That helps.
Mets, Phillies.
You know what I think helps too, though? I think, again, having the Yankees, Dodgers, Mets, those teams in it, yet still having big market teams competing, like Rich said, that helps. But I think it helps that even though your Dodgers won, Danny G, last year, they're not a hateable team. Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freeman, these guys make that ridiculous team that you have of all-stars not hateable. So it gets people tuned in. You want to beat the Dodgers, but you don't hate the superstars. There's so many superstars that you could root for that aren't even on your team that are likable, and Shohei's one of them.
Well,
I think that helps.
I want to point out that right now, hold on, let's do the math. I'm a mathematician here.
Guys, we just came back from Atlanta. Even that derby we were at, the All-Star game, everything about it, the way it ended in dramatic fashion,
with the swing off. Yeah.
You know, the swing off was ridiculous. The bombs, these monster circus shots these guys are hitting, the exit velocity. When you see guys like O'Neal Cruz just teeing off, you're like, my God. You know, kids love that, man. So it's back in a big way, guys, and the proof is today. That's why we bring it up. Yesterday was the trade deadline, and a lot of moves were made. We'll speculate on that. But without a doubt, we'd normally be talking about the Chargers-Lions game yesterday.
Covino,
because you're so quick to move on.
Right. You're so right that, Danny, we've been here at Fox Sports Radio, 4 or 5 years now almost, right? About that?
Feels like 10 working with you every day.
We've been doing our show together for like decades now. I promise you, what is it, 2025? Since 2010, I'd say every year until now, if you told me the preseason kicked off in the NFL and there were some, stories about stars like McLaurin and Micah Parsons and Aaron Rodgers, and we were leading with baseball, this is the only year. Baseball's that back in a big way. And right now, there's 50-ish games left in baseball. 50-ish. Most teams have about 53, 54 games left on the schedule. So with 54 games left, right now, the Mets and the Phillies are within a half a game of each other. The Brewers have a 1-game lead on the Cubs. The Padres only trail the Dodgers by 3, and they just added Mason Miller. In the National League, look at that. That's insane. You go to the American League, if you think the Yankees are going to roll over, I hate to say it because Covino's a Yanks guy.
Oh, they beefed up their bullpen.
If you think they're going to roll over and just give this division to the Blue Jays, 3.5 games only.
And Giancarlo Stanton's back, bro.
The
hitting bombs.
only division, which is bunk. I apologize, Twins fans, because you sort of just sold everything yesterday. You had a yard sale. That's the only division where the Tigers got it, and then the West. You don't think the Mariners 4 games
They
out?
made the biggest offensive moves. So, yeah,
There's
they're
people.
still in
There's
it.
people that say over the last 50 games, they think the Mariners might be the best team.
Well, that's the other reason, too. You got other fans holding on longer than they've had in previous years. Way more teams have a chance deeper into the season now with the extra wild card and everything else. So, yeah, these are all the reasons. I mean, we went from the fun excitement to baseball cards to the food at the stadium. Speeding up the game, that's obvious, man. That definitely helped. People were against it, but they made the move. We reaped the benefits, and now we're talking about it.
Now,
Dude, the next 50 games, it's going to be electric. And by the way, if you're not a fan of our show Monday through Friday, what's wrong with you? You should be. But Rich and I have a bet of who has the best record, the Yankees or the Mets. And it's a $1,000 bet, which isn't going to make or break anybody. But you think I want to lose $1,000 to this guy?
well, until the Mets got cold, I was loving the bet more. Because the Mets are 2 games better than the Yanks now. Last week when it was like 5 games.
But we raised the stakes. $100 for every extra game that they won by.
Yeah.
So, every day I'm there glued. And that's another thing too, Rich. I think people putting action on games, that also helps, so many factors as to why baseball's just way more exciting in the past few years. And the proof is today.
And this is no ad. But for real, I've been doing. We would do the reads for the DraftKings Pick 6. Every so often, I'll throw $10 on, like, a Mookie home run with a Juan Soto more than 1.5 bases, and Mike Trout with a double. Like, I'll do those, quick little bets. And I think there's so many layers as to why baseball's back. And I think we just named like 10 of them.
I should point out that our afternoon drive show is 80% NFL. So for you guys to lead with baseball. It does point out that baseball is thriving right now. But the real test is going to be when there are some real NFL games to compete with. Because, Rich, it's easy for you to brush over that Hall of Fame game last night.
Agreed, yeah.
I'm guessing you didn't watch much of it.
No.
I watched a half. How much did you watch?
I watched like
0.0. Like background noise.
I watched highlights, and I looked at Trey Lance's box score, and that's it. But you know what? You're right, Danny. If it was Thursday night kickoff, that is by far what we're all watching. It might be more of a reflection that baseball was struggling so much that a preseason football game over the last decade got our interest more, but not right now.
I think everything really started to shift when the postseason started to pop last year.
It's the wild cards, man.
The postseason was so electric last year. So many big moments. That's when it all started to come to fruition and come together. Of course, all the little changes were in place, but that playoff series, that postseason last year really set us up for all this excitement this year.
That Padres, Dodgers first round, the Mets making their ridiculous run, that Alonso home run in the 9th inning.
All those moments.
Soto doing the little stare for the Yankees, then hitting a home run. Like, everything about the postseason was fantastic. And just to tie a little bow on it, if you look at the standings right now, teams like the Angels, who are slightly under 500, are only 4 games out of the wild card.
Well,
in the National League,
because they got Oswaldo Peraza, and he's ready to tear it up.
Dude, in the National League, teams like the Marlins and Giants, who, again, are slightly under 500, are only 6 games out of the wild card. So everyone's sort of in it. Baseball's popping. The mother effing end.
All right,
I love baseball. Let's go.
What else stands out to you? Let us know. And, of course, we'll talk some football and our prizes to give away, Chipotle worker or WNBA player. 877 for the herd. We got more Covino and Rich next.
Now, are you tired of running out of hot water? Oh, nothing worse than like a cold-ass shower. Never deal with freezing cold showers again, even if you're 3rd or 4th in line in your family, with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll have endless hot water, enough for your longest, most luxurious hot showers.
They're more energy efficient than tank water heaters, so you can save money on your utility bills, which is
sweet.
Cool with me, yeah. Plus, Navien offers a 15-year limited warranty, and their innovative wall-hung design.
Yeah, I said it yesterday. Instead of that big, bulky, like cylinder-looking thing in the garage or back room, it's on the side of my house. It's like it looks like a little panel. People are like, what's that? I'm like, that's my water heater. It's amazing. Innovative wall-hung design, like I said, heats the water, takes up less space. Right now, you can save hundreds on a new Navien tankless water heater with local utility company rebates and federal tax credits. Find the name of your local Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. Soon you'll have all the hot water you need for as long as you need it.
Take a hot shower, fill a bath, even after you've run your dishwater or done multiple loads of laundry. Wow.
Find your local Navien contractor today at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the fun.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate your show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct. 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there, and I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
CNR on FSR, Covino and Rich. It's the show in for Colin on the Herd. And the home you've worked so hard for is ready to work hard for you with a home equity loan from Rocket Mortgage.
Rocket. I'm on a rocket. I'm packing my suitcase.
To learn how you could turn your home's equity into cash, visit rocketmortgage.com today.
Rocket Mortgage. Astronaut Jones, a big fan. Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Now, normally, we've established it, we'd be talking some football. It's still exciting to see football on TV. Trey Lance had a game, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chargers beat the Lions 34-7. But baseball's having a moment, and it needs to be acknowledged. As we keep saying, baseball's popping. We're going to go over the moves. We're going to give away prizes. We're going to play games. We have lots to get to on the show. Covino and Rich, Naked Gun Weekend. 877-4-THE-HERD.
Hold on, you said Naked Gun Weekend. Before we get to a little more baseball,
Yeah.
is everyone else fascinated by the fact that Liam Neeson in real life is now dating Pam Anderson?
Good for him, because she used to be married to Tommy Lee, so that says a lot.
Oh,
Pun
you're
intended.
saying that he must be...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Says a lot about Liam Neeson.
I know that Liam Neeson lost his wife, and he had not really dated or publicly had a relationship, but apparently him and Pam Anderson hit it off. And I wonder,
he fell in love with her.
I bet you, if you would have asked 1990s Liam Neeson when he was a younger man, like, hey, you think you ever banged Pam Anderson?
I will find you.
That would have been like
I will kiss you.
the most preposterous thought ever. But we'll talk about it a little more later when we go over what to watch this weekend, not only in sports but in entertainment. They're giving this movie absurdly good ratings.
Yeah.
They're saying they nail this movie.
Which, by the way, never happens with critics in comedies.
Yeah, they're saying it is like an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes of no waste. Like there is Leslie Nielsen-esque Naked Gun jokes, like one after the other, almost like just nonstop, an hour and 40 minutes of stupidity in a good way.
And they pay homage to Leslie Nielsen in the new one. So we go from Leslie Nielsen to Liam Neeson. And by the way, this ties into everything we're talking about, because when we first heard that news that Seth MacFarlane was going to be rebooting Naked Gun, we're like, come on, no, leave well enough alone.
With
leave
who?
it alone.
With Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson is even funny. I like him, but no, I don't touch the classics. That's how we were about baseball. How a lot of people, not we.
Oh, pitch clock, what are you doing?
Come on, you
bigger
can't
bases?
baseball, the stats and all. And I'm so glad. It also proves that, change is good. Innovate or die, as our boy Gary Vaynerchuk says. Innovate or die.
I'm Gary V.
But It's great for me personally because it proves that if you hold on long enough, everything comes back. So those Carpenter jeans that you got rid of, the Bob Vilas that you used to wear, they're back. You should have held on to them.
I used to joke that my dad wore like Puma warm-up pants in the 80s, and he held on to them long enough that when that Puma vibe came back in the 2000s, I'm like, Dad, you still got them.
Well, you know what Rich used to say about me and my sports habits? Rich said he would introduce me to other friends and people. Yeah, Covino's a baseball fighting guy. He has the interests of an 80-year-old white guy. And I'm like, yeah, funny.
He's an 80-year-old white guy trapped in a 40-year-old Latino guy's body.
Right? So, but I held on long enough to see all of this come back to be cool again. Yeah. So, hey, baseball's back. I feel like fighting is on its comeback.
Thank God you kept your champion sweatshirt, too.
Turkey Al-Sheikh said no more pay-per-views. We got these big fights, Canelo Crawford in September, but everything comes back, and baseball, the greatest game, in my opinion, is back in a big way thanks to all the star power and how we've marketed these young players and how they've stepped up in big ways and in big moments, and we saw some big moves go down yesterday. The biggest name was Suarez. And I believe it was the first time that someone with those type of numbers got traded this late into the season. 36 home runs to Seattle, so it makes their lineup more potent. But we'll go over that, what moves you liked, and your thoughts on why.
I do want to just ask you, of the moves made yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing like, let's break out our crystal ball. I know you're not Madame Ruby from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I see a bicycle. Of the moves.
No, I just asked ChatGPT now.
I know. Dad, you rely on that too much. You're the reason robots are taking over.
It guides my life.
Of the moves, do you feel like some of the closers, some of the, missing pieces, like to me, I hate to say it as a Mets fan, the Johan Duran thing to the Phillies, that's big. But then again, the Mets did get Tyler Rogers and Helsley from the Cardinals. I'm not much of an AL guy compared to an NL guy. I'm very aware of him, but Cedric Mullins, you probably saw him more as a Yankees fan playing the Orioles.
Yeah.
You think he's got some juice or what?
Yes. In fact, Rich, my boy Ben Verlander, who I like his stuff, his content.
Yeah, he's good.
Ben Verlander, MLB contributor, analyst, says that your Mets, the Padres, and the Mariners were the big winners at the trade deadline, and I agree with him. I wouldn't be just giving him props for no reason if I didn't agree. And the trade deadline losers were the Cubs, the Sox, and the Blue Jays.
Wah, wah.
So, yep.
All right, well, now it's time for the Herdline News. Let's do this.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herdline News.
Danny
All right,
G, let's go, man.
Fellas, I feel like you've already maxed out your MLB talk time, so I'll start with NFL.
Okay.
Contract negotiations between Terry McLaurin and the Commanders have not gone the way the star receiver was hoping, so he officially requested a trade yesterday. If Commanders GM Adam Peters does decide to move on from McLaurin, which would be crazy, but the NFL website, NFL.com, has listed 6 teams they think are the best fit for the 2-time Pro Bowler. Chargers, Raiders, Jets, Patriots, Rich, your Niners, and the Browns.
Ooh. You know, you got to understand, if there was a trade, I'm assuming the new team would restructure a deal for him, right? That would be part of the thing, which means you got to also then look into like, all right, which of these teams has money to spare? He's a catch for any of those teams.
The Commanders would be crazy, right, to let him go somewhere else.
Why would you do that? You're hot right now. You're coming off a surprising NFC Championship appearance. If I'm the Commanders, I sort of, come on, let's make this happen.
What's the best fit for him? Not the Browns. They don't know what's going on in their quarterback situation.
I mean, with Ayuk not ready to go, I'm a Niners fan, so of course I'm going to say, yeah, San Francisco, get him in there.
I was thinking that too.
Get him in there.
But I was thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe the Chargers?
Be another weapon for Herbert.
Yeah.
Charger fans.
Herbert would have no excuses if you added him as well.
Yeah, the 2 Charger fans we know would be so hyped.
You know what? The stadiums filled with the opposing fans would be really bummed out.
Let's move on to the MLB. Back to baseball. And Rich, you referenced this fire sale. The Twins wound up trading a total of 10 players, more than 1/3 of their active 26-man roster.
Damn.
I am sorry, Minnesota fans. Correa, Duran, and Bader are the biggest names. Sitting 6 games under 500, the front office decided a shakeup was necessary, and they also want to shed salary as there is a chance the team is going to be up for sale.
Wow. Yeah, that's heartbreaking, man.
Well, I always think about when a team goes through a moment, what are the other teams in that city doing? So if you're a Minnesota guy, like our buddy Scott.
If you're a Minnesota guy.
Vikings, T-Wolves, you have other things that are going to make you at least a little happy,
If you're
right?
a Minnesota guy, you're not agreeing with anything we said this entire first hour. You're like, yeah, all right, I'm ready for football.
Yeah.
All right, and let's finish off with some NBA news. Millions of dollars worth of Miami Heat collectibles, including game-worn finals jerseys, were stolen from the NBA franchise in what some are calling the largest heist of sports collectibles ever, according to a report. NBA analyst Amin El-Hassan says expensive items were slowly removed from a team vault that they were saving for their franchise's history. This, of course, leads some to suspect it as an inside job. The feds began investigating 18 months ago with stolen items, including finals gear from Shaq, LeBron, and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, much like when they steal art from museums, I know it's a lot of like underground drug stuff and all this, but are you always fascinated, like, who's going to buy, I don't know,
The mob.
A Shaq game-worn NBA Finals jersey if it's on the list of like, yo, this stuff's been stolen?
Well, people didn't know. It was because it was being sold on the regular market, but
okay.
they were also being sold on the black market.
Absolutely.
And those buyers, Rich, I don't think
They care.
No, there's so many underground collectors that
know.
just want this stuff. Absolutely, man. That's wild.
All right.
That's it, guys. That's your Herd Line News.
Thank you, Danny G.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line News.
All right, so baseball's winning. Baseball's having a moment. Baseball.
Now, coming up, football, because I want to talk about Cam Ward, and I'll tell you what, because no one else is, and that's my point. I'll explain all next. COVINO Rich in for Colin Cowherd on The Herd. It's Friday. Let's go.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio. You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes! LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available. We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio. Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding! He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio. Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
Want to thank you, Herd Nation, Fox Sports Radio Nation, for hanging out with us, Covino and Rich. Again, we're on Monday through Friday, just at a different time. So if you dig our show, even if you don't, I still invite you.
Hey, check us out. Download the podcast, or again, 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast.
Also want to thank Big Sexy Ryan on the ones and twos. Super producer Danny G with the Herd Line News, hanging out with us on the phones at 877 for the Herd. And the video's up on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. Spotty's on standby, waiting just to say hi. We're Covino and Rich, and for Colin on the Herd. And the home you've worked so hard for is ready to work hard for you with a home equity loan from Rocket Mortgage. To learn how you can turn your home's equity into cash money. Visit rocketmortgage.com today, or as my dad would say, cash is king.
Cash.
Yeah, how about in cash?
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in 50 states. NMLS, consumeraccess.org, number 3030. Now, speaking of cash and home equity loans and all that, I have a home improvement question for you guys.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to get into NFL and Cam Ward, but well, let's take a few phone calls now. Danny G, who do we got lined up on the Herd phone
I don't know why you
lines?
want to talk about Tim Allen when there's so much action.
Guys, Steve in Texas wants to talk about baseball with you.
Yo, what's up, Steve?
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good, good. Is this still like the pre-question or on the air?
Yeah, you're on, dude. You're on, man.
You're on nationwide.
The pre-interview. The job experience. No, go ahead. What do we got, man?
Hey, I agree wholeheartedly. I love the resurgence of baseball. I'm both a dinosaur purist, and I love the fact that the game that I love has come back. I think one of the big things y'all brought up was the Savannah Bananas. Okay, I'm a lifelong Mets fan, so you know my pain.
Same, dude. I love that. That's my team, man. I feel you.
I was in the Army. I always knew the Columbia Mets were the single-A facility or affiliate. I got stationed at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and that's when they became the Capital City Bombers. And I thought, oh, my God, marketing crap and everything else. I love baseball. Everything you guys said, nailed it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you so much, man. And it sounds goofy, but we really meant that. How many families went out there and had a blast with their kids at a Savannah Bananas game? They're selling out everywhere.
Yep.
And that opened up the door to, hey, if you like that, we could go see the Phillies play.
And I
we
think
could go see the Red Sox, and it brings excitement back. It pushes baseball to lean more into fun, and we've reaped all the benefits. And like we made the point, it wasn't one big thing. It wasn't one. We love the changes, but it's all the little changes that made it what it is right now. Much like yesterday's trade deadline, it wasn't one big name or a bunch of big names. It was a bunch of little pieces that made it exciting.
Nice. You're 100% right, and thank you for the call, man. Big baseball fan as well. And I think even the purists like that guy, I get it, because there's, our parents' generation that, are reluctant for change. And I think when it comes to baseball, I don't think anyone now is like, man, you know what? The pitch clock and the bat flips. I think we've all accepted it as like, these are good things. In fact, I saw that study the other day that 72% of fans are okay if they added the ball strike challenge a couple times a game. Not every inning, a couple times a game. And I think 15 said they were apathetic, and it was only about 10% of fans that were like, no, I don't want it. People want to get the call right, and I'm telling you, these little changes will continue because, as you said before, we evolve, we innovate or die. Now, before we get to Cam Ward, I feel like there's a great thought about this dude. Your number one draft pick. And I think it's a good thing for him. I'll explain. But my home improvement question, I'm meeting with someone. It has nothing to do with Tim Allen or your
Richard
favorite.
Karn.
No, the poster you had on your wall, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's a
Pam Anderson.
She was on the show.
Yes, she was, and she's back this weekend.
When you negotiate, I'm no Priceline negotiator. Do you have any tactics of how to kindly be like, yeah, give me a better deal? I'm meeting with someone to go over.
I have a tactic. My dad's an Italian Guido from New Jersey. He always offer cash.
Besides cash. Does that even work anymore?
Yes, it does.
Okay. But besides, I'll pay you in cash.
Cash still is king.
If you're getting, I'll tell you what I'm doing. If you're
just don't carry it anymore.
If you're getting an estimate for pavers, yard work, resurfacing a pool, I don't know, you got the landscaper redoing some bushes, and you're like, ooh, that number's a little high. I just want to know from you before we get into more football, because this is life, this is what guys deal with. When you're negotiating, do you have like a catchphrase? Like, can you do better than that? Like, what is your go-to phrase? We'll take your feedback next. Covino and Rich in for Colin on the Herd. What did Colin say? You can't solve ignorance?
Yeah.
We've been trying for 20 years.
But he also said some people aren't willing to evolve. Thank goodness baseball finally decided to, because it's winning, and we established that.
Well, football has always done a great job evolving, which is why it's king. And we're going to talk a lot of NFL, a lot of football this hour on Covino and Rich.
One last point. Yesterday, I got my shag trimmed up for the weekend. How do you like the salad? Looking good, huh?
Looking good.
Baseball.
I thought you were going to go with the Eugenio Suarez mullet. You're not going to go with that?
Probably in the wintertime.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. But baseball passed the barbershop test, too. Yesterday I was there getting a trim up for the weekend, and all the vatos there at the shop, man, they're buzzing about baseball. I'm telling you.
Buzzing.
It's not always like that.
Pun
They were
intended.
buzzing about it. Yeah. With the 2-clip, 1.5. Little shirt on the sides. But, yeah, man, it was excitement in the barbershop. Just people talking about their team, representing, talking about the moves. And it's usually football or basketball. And baseball was popping. We've made it clear.
The end.
But now we
Baseball.
talk Cam Ward. But we get you involved at 877-4-THE-HERD, 877-484-3437. We're giving away prizes. We're playing games. We got weekend hobnobbing, what you need to watch this weekend. But before we talk some football, I know we have someone on hold that wants to talk Shedeur Sanders specifically.
All right, let's do it. I'm down to
Who
talk.
do we got, Danny G?
Shedeur.
Terry in San Diego.
Back it up, Terry.
Terry, back it up. What's up, buddy?
Hey guys, now I get a little frustrated with ESPN because they have a tendency to bury people they don't like and prop up people they do, and it seems like Shedeur Sanders has been propped up a little bit too high, and Dylan Gabriel's getting buried. I mean, if you compare their college stats, they're pretty similar, but if you look at who they played, Dylan Gabriel played an amazing schedule and beat some big teams, and Shedeur, I mean, as much as they want to say he was a number 1 draft pick, I mean, you look at his mentor, Tom Brady, who owns the owner of the Raiders, who need a quarterback. The Raiders took not 5 players ahead of Shedeur. They took 7 before Shedeur was drafted in the 5th round, which tells you Brady might know something. But this morning, when Herm Edwards comes on and says that Dylan Gabriel is less mobile than Shedeur Sanders, that is just that's just crazy.
Well, you know what it is, too? I'm not saying you're wrong by any means, but in this business, and I consider me
businessman.
Consider me a broadcasting tycoon.
Yep.
Some names are just sexier than others. There's a reason that LeBron does anything, and they're talking LeBron. It gets people's attention, and Sanders is a pretty big name. We've grown up with that name. People care about Shedeur Sanders. Doesn't necessarily mean he's the best, but we talk about him like he is.
Well, it's not just ESPN, Terry, and I'll tell you why. Because I just searched while you were asking the question. I searched if there was an update, if the Browns had said anything about who's starting, and it said currently there's 4 people, and they still have not thought about it. Not 5. Right now they're saying Flacco, Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur. But then under that, Danny G, would you believe every single article is about Shedeur Sanders, from Newsweek to ESPN to Fox.
Sexy.
Although I found
the Browns Nation.
Cleveland reporter Tony Grassi.
Hey.
He says that he believes the Browns view their rookie quarterback as a number 1 pick from the neck up. He says they're very intrigued by Dylan Gabriel. So, I mean, there's a good chance Gabriel's going to get some starts this season.
Yeah, look, they're all in it to win it. This is the game of winning. So, props to Dylan Gabriel. It's anyone's job to win.
Well, I know, again, but you're saying that, but now I'm reading another thing. Cleveland, I'm not saying it's a mess, because sometimes a plethora.
Sorry, did you say a plethora?
I said a plethora. Sometimes a plethora.
Do you even know what a plethora is?
Oh, sí, guapo. I think
they do have a plethora of quarterbacks.
I mean, sometimes a plethora is a good thing. Sometimes it just means you don't have the one. Like if you're dating a bunch of random people, it's probably because you haven't met the one, or maybe you're just, an ass magnet. You don't know. Now, 4 quarterbacks, could it be that Gabriel or Shedeur eventually steps it up? Right now, every single tweet, every single report is saying that the Browns may be leaning towards Shedeur. A lot of people say it'll be Flacco to start the season, and then they go from there. But listen, man.
Speaking of starters, how about that guy in Miami? Tua
Tagovailoa. Did you guys see that?
Oh, so good.
I was playing it this morning, and Spot was like, "Is that real?" And I'm like, "I hope it is."
You know what?
It sounded like AI, right?
Tagovailoa.
If you have not heard Donald Trump say to his last name, then you're in luck. Because in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, let's make sure we pull it and play it.
I know.
Ian, if you're listening in the editing room, please get that in. To Tagovailoa.
He says Tagovailoa, I believe, but he says it like real segmented.
We live in the sad world now where I don't know if anything's real or fake. So let's also double check if it's real.
It could be completely fake.
Right. Well, speaking of quarterbacks, see, we're talking about freaking Shedeur Sanders, and he, dropped to what
because he's
round?
Fun to talk about.
No, I know. Cam Ward, your number one freaking pick. There's two thoughts about him. Danny G and I were both on the same mindset last night because I hit Danny up with something, and then he hit me up with something right after that. Cam Ward, get this, has the lowest overall Madden rating for a number one pick in the last 25 years.
Wow.
Now, you might say, who gives a Funk or Wagnall, my favorite encyclopedia brand?
Funk and Wagnall was great.
Who gives a crap
Who
at
gives
all?
a terrible Terry Funk?
But let's be honest, the younger generation and gamers do put a lot of stock in their Madden ratings.
So much stock.
I mean, how many
that.
times have you heard players like jokingly and not jokingly complain like, yo, they got it wrong.
If you think that doesn't matter, you're over 50 easily because everyone younger knows that it's way important for these young guys.
So the fact that Cam Ward has the lowest Madden rating for a number one pick in the last 25 years says something. And Danny G, read the tweet that you just sent me after that.
Then there's a meme that says you can comfortably say Cam Ward is the least discussed number one overall pick, that's a quarterback, heading into their rookie year in the past 20 years.
And that also is a fact. So I'm here to say this, guys. This is the best thing ever for Cameron Ward. The fact that Cam Ward is not being talked about. There's no hype train.
Oh, we talked about him yesterday when he said the offense is really mid right now.
He did say the word mid, and we like that.
Yeah.
He didn't say the word chop, though.
No.
But
mid meaning they're not doing that great. They're kind of average.
But the simple fact that the expectation is not off the charts. The fact that his Madden rating is low. The fact that all the attention's on Aaron Rodgers and old guys and, hey, is Brock Purdy going to earn his money? Are the Eagles going to repeat? Yo, what's going to happen with McLaurin? The Cowboys going to get it together? There's 32 storylines in the NFL, and I think rookie number one pick Cam Ward is in the bottom tier of hot NFL stories, and I think this works to his advantage because how many times are all eyes on the quarterback? We saw with Caleb Williams. Oh, look at him. He's painting his fingernails, and he did this.
We established yesterday that the quarterback is usually the front man of the band. He's the most famous. He's the face of the franchise.
Yeah. And in a division where Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence has completely underdelivered up until this point. In Indianapolis, we've joked about how, is it Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson? That team's sort of in disarray. And then you said Houston took a major step back last year when you thought C.J. Stroud and that crew had it together. I still think they're good, but don't be shocked. Our buddy Tui from the Herd yesterday was saying how don't be surprised if that is a surprising team this year, that they're better than you thought. Tennessee, Cam Ward, no one's talking about him. And listen, Nashville's a great city. For some reason, it doesn't pop with NFL talk. It's just one of those great cities. They're building a new stadium. It's the bachelorette capital of the world. But for some reason, I think it's safe to say, Danny, Ryan, I think everyone in this room would agree that the Tennessee Titans are not a very they might be one of the lower talked about teams in the NFL ever.
At least to us.
Was there ever a time where people were really talking about the Titans?
No, and in all the power rankings you see, the Titans are in the bottom 5 of the list.
So there's sort of something to be said about the low expectation, the low amount of buzz. It leaves you the opportunity to create your own buzz because if there was all this big hype like a Caleb Williams or a Trevor Lawrence or something like then when you don't deliver right away, people start saying, oh, they're not that good. Is it a bust situation? All that. I think Cam Ward should be tickled pink. I don't even know what that means. But he should be so thrilled.
It means flattered.
Yeah. He should be so pumped that no one seems to care. It's true.
It takes some pressure off the situation.
Listen.
Gives you room to grow a little bit.
Because you know what, Covino?
Without the criticism.
If he delivers, the money will be there. He'll make that in that second contract. If he's still around, he'll make the money. That's not the issue. He'll get the endorsements. He'll be a hero to that region of NFL fans if he delivers. But the idea of going into your rookie season as a number one pick and there's no spotlight on you, that is comforting as could possibly be.
And what was Danny G saying in our pre-show meeting? Believe it or not, we have meetings about this before we actually get on the air. I know it's hard to believe. Plus 350 for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I mean, yes, sir. Yeah, and there was a story
so
yesterday.
Some expectation.
Yeah, this was a quote from him yesterday. I've grown up watching my dad wake up at 4:30 a.m. doing a job he didn't like. So, if I can't wake up early and do what I need to do for a job I do like, I shouldn't be playing football.
He's got
good attitude.
He's got a good attitude.
Yeah, I like that.
He has the right mindset. I know it's just a stupid viral video, but have you ever seen that one of him and Shedeur Sanders throwing with each other, and he sort of alphas?
Oh, yeah.
He alphas Shedeur Sanders.
Big time.
And he sort of put Shedeur in his place, and I was like, yo, Cam Ward's got some huevos.
It was actually counterproductive, I think, for Shedeur Sanders at the time to practice with him. It made him look bad.
So we shall see. Your thoughts on Cam Ward. I think it's
breaking audio news.
Oh, we have it?
Yeah, thank you, Ian.
Tua Tagovailoa.
He's very good.
Yeah, he follows
when
it
he's
up
not
with,
hurt, he's very good.
He's very good. One more time.
I
from,
know him personally.
One more time from President Trump.
Tua Tagovailoa.
It was so awkward to see, though.
Yeah, now if you get to see the clip of it, Vance is standing nearby, and he's just trying not to crack up.
Yeah, I'll be honest, J.D. Vance is like your buddy standing behind you when you're like doing a speech, and he knows you're messing up.
Honestly, I want to hear Trump say all of his best friends in sports names, like Giannis's name. I want to hear everybody. Big moves yesterday. Eugenio Suarez. I want to hear everybody's name read by Trump.
And he said Tua just needs to stay healthy.
I know.
Some deep analysis.
That is funny. And by the way, that I don't know what's better, that or Covino saying Navian yesterday for water heaters.
I mean, that's how me and my boys say it. That's why. Yeah.
But I will say there's no more daunting feeling if you were given a name like that. Have you ever seen some of those graduation fails where this poor man or woman spent 4+ years in college or grad school, and they walk up to get their diploma, and they butcher their name?
That's the worst.
Or say something like mildly inappropriate.
Yeah, it's the weakest. So bad.
So, hey, shout out to Tua. What was it again?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Well,
Tagovailoa.
In Trump's defense, it's not an easy one.
Which is why I only say Tua.
Yeah,
but
he should have just stuck to Tua.
I honestly think that UFC names might be tougher than hockey names nowadays because everyone says them wrong. Everybody.
Bro.
Yeah, Khabib, yeah.
There are times I will never say anything other than Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib.
There are athletes that I have purposely have never even went there.
Purposely, yeah, because you don't want to be that.
And you're right about that, Covino. If you watch UFC on the weekends, which a lot of guys do, we do, there'll be times where the announcer, the ring announcer, and the backstage reporter say the fighter's name 3 different ways.
We experienced that not too long ago with Better Biev and Bivol.
Oh,
Dimitri Bivol?
Dimitri, is it Bivol, Bivel, or Bivel? When I tell you, we were at the fight in Vegas, and every single promoter, trainer, everyone's like, yeah, Bivel, Bivel, Bivel.
And is it Bijan or Bijan?
Well, we all know that now.
Yeah, I know.
I have a question, and then we'll move on. When someone corrects you on their name pronunciation, is it then rude to go back to what you were saying anyway? Like, Bijan Robinson told the world, listen, I know I'm a star running back. You guys all know me. But for real, it's not Bijan Robinson. It's Bijan. Do you think there's going to be a concerted effort for real for everyone to be like,
For
oh, yeah.
broadcasters respectfully try to make those adjustments.
I was talking to.
But I think the fan, you might know it, but it takes you, like, how long did we say Terrell Owens and it's Terrell Owens?
Or Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
Tyrod
Taylor. Like, there's still a part of you that it goes off like, oh, it's Tyrod.
He let it go too long.
Right.
I think.
If you let it go too, if you
respectfully try to make the adjustment,
Danny, if you get wind of it, and everyone else still says it the wrong way, like the example I just used in the hallway, I was talking to Burshito, the Burshinator, Bursh that runs this place when Mike's not here.
Burshito.
Bursh and Ian, we were talking about.
Never heard of him.
One of our favorite shows, COVINO Dexter Resurrection.
My Dark Passenger.
That's my name.
It's a great show.
Dexter's so freaking good.
So good. I
was talking about how it's so good on Paramount Plus, and Ian, like a lot of people said, man, Dexter was great, but it hasn't been the same since the Trinity Killer. And I said, oh, John Lithgow. Because the world knows him as John Lithgow.
Yeah, he told us straight up it's Lithgow.
Not to name drop, he was on our show and he's like, it's actually Lithgow, but everyone says Lithgow. So
we had that experience too. Not to name drop, but we had
who else has been on the show?
Chad Kruger on our show from Nickel Black.
Nickel Black. That's not how you say it.
No, he told us it's really Nickel Black.
Yeah.
Chad Kruger is spelled Kroger, but he's like, no, man, it's Kruger.
It's Chad
I'm
Kruger.
like, oh, okay.
But a lot of people think it's Nickelback's Chad Kroger.
Yeah.
And the other one, this is actually for real. You probably had a crush on her in the 90s.
Who?
Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's not Sarah Michelle Gellar. It's Sarah
Get
Michelle
outta
Gellar.
here.
Speak for yourself, bro. I thought you were talking Carmen Electra.
Oh, that's Electra. So, hey, props to Bijan Robinson, Tua, and again, we go back to Cam Ward, wishing him the best in his rookie campaign. And again, I always think the best situations are those where you have the work ethic and you're going to put all the effort in, but there's no pressure.
Going under the radar here is going to work to his advantage, I think.
No doubt.
Because there's no added pressure, no high expectations, no one booing him to get him out.
Look at Caleb Williams. As much as I respect him and I think he's going to be a star, Danny G, you remember Bears fans were talking about his rookie year like postseason, baby?
Yeah. Because when you overhype, you're only going to underproduce for the most part.
Not just Chicago fans. You guys, exactly a year ago, you guys were leading just about every show we had with Caleb Williams talk.
There was a lot of talk about Caleb. And you know what, Danny, it goes back, to wrap this up, it goes back to my favorite lesson I try to remind all men, because this applies to in the workplace, in the bedroom, on a night out. You never want to overpromise and underdeliver. You always want to do the opposite. You always want to, maybe downplay it, underpromise a little bit, and then overdeliver. If you tell some girl you're going to rock her world in the bedroom, and then you don't. You come up, like people are big talkers.
Set realistic expectations.
Yeah, don't be a big talker. And the other one I always love is like, I see my idiot friends do this. They'll tell their wife or girlfriend, like, yeah, I'll be home soon. I'm on my way home. And I'm like, you just ordered another drink. You're not going to be home. Like, then you're going to be late.
Yeah, say you're going to be home at 2 a.m., then come home at 1 a.m., and they think you're the greatest.
Yeah, so.
I just missed you, honey.
I had
Wait a second. You get to stay out till 1?
Yeah. So don't ever overpromise and underdeliver or underproduce.
And Cam Ward is set up for success here, I think. I think at least. So, all right. Your thoughts at COVINO Rich in for Colin on the Herd. We got more next right here on Fox Sports Radio.
After a long day, there's nothing better than a hot, relaxing shower. But there's nothing worse than having your hot water run out right when the shower's getting good. Good news is you never have to run out of hot water again, thanks to our friends at Navien.
Navien tankless water heaters give you endless hot water for spa-like comfort. Enjoy all the hot water you need for as long as you need it. They take up less space than that traditional big hunky water tank.
I'm sorry, what'd you call me?
That big clunky water tank, and save your money by only heating water that you need and when you need it. Go to Tankless with Navien. Their 15-year limited warranty is among the best available. Save energy, save space, and save big money on your water bill with a new high-efficiency Navien tankless water heater. And right now, you could save hundreds on Navien with local rebates.
Navien makes it easy. Makes it easy to go tankless. Find the name of your Navien contractor who will help you upgrade to Navien tankless water heaters. TanklessMadeSimple.com. That's where you got to go. TanklessMadeSimple.com. Visit TanklessMadeSimple.com.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say
It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say
It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win.
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
We're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Yeah. Covino and Rich in for Colin on the Herd. And for hot water that never runs out. How weak is it if you're at somebody's house or you go visit the in-laws?
If you're doing a little rub-a-dub in the hot tub?
Yeah, sexy time. You're having a little sexy action and you run out of hot water. Oh, my God. Hot water never runs out if you go tankless with Navien. Right now, save hundreds on a new high-efficiency tankless water heater with local rebates.
Find the name of your Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
My
Now,
contractor's name is Hank. I just looked it up.
Look him up. Find the one near you. I wanted to bring up something because today is August 1st out here on the West Coast.
Dude, it's my birthday month. Shout out to the Leos, bro.
If you say that again, someone should karate chop you in the neck. Birthday month?
Yeah,
You're a
man.
teenage girl?
8 days away. Gonna be celebrating. I'll be in Florida, man.
birthday
I'll be
month.
riding the teacups in Orlando. I can't wait.
I love that you say birthday month, but he's not joking. August 1st.
I kind of am because I know I make the eyes roll. Andy.
A couple weeks from now, kids out here on the West Coast go back to school. Football is underway. Baseball pennant races. It's just a great time of the year. And I was like, August 1st. I know that's something, not just a flipping of the calendar. It is the anniversary. Some of us weren't born yet. Some of us were in diapers. Some of us were grown-ups. In 1981.
Some of us looked like Tattoo from Fantasy Island. That would be me. So I was just a little schoolboy. But I remember the hype.
I was in diapers. MTV debuted on this day 44 years ago. And of course, everyone knows trivia. What's the first song that ever played? Of course, The Buggles, Video Killed the Radio Star. But my question always is, well, then what was the second song played? Everyone loves to know that fun fact. Yeah, it was The Buggles.
Well,
Video Killed the Radio
If
Star.
I put myself in that mindset, they just played the same videos over and over again. So was it like Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp, or was it John Cougar or John Cougar Mellencamp?
No, I'll tell you the third.
Oh, Mickey, what a pity you don't understand.
The third song was your dad's favorite, Rod Stewart, She Won't Dance With Me. The fourth song, The Who.
Wow. Yeah, they were very limited on videos at the time.
Back then, I'll give you a hint.
Chuck it on, silly dog. What is it?
The second song ever played on MTV, female artist.
Female artist.
Rocked out a
Was
little
it
bit.
Pat Benatar?
Correctamundo. What song?
Ooh, hit me with your best shot.
I don't think that song was out yet.
Okay,
So-
then it was You Better Run, You Better Hide.
That's it. You Better Run by Pat Benatar. Second song ever on MTV.
Yeah!
Look at you, smarty pants. You're the best. You're the
You
greatest.
know, you talk about how no one really talks about Cam Ward. He's the #1 draft pick.
Yeah.
And sort of going under the radar.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause he's playing for a non-sexy team. For someone that was so big back in the 80s, no one really talks about Pat Benatar ever. I'm kidding. Do you ever hear any buzz on Pat Benatar? She was huge.
I'll tell you what, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. correct me if I'm wrong, that was always part of like sports montages in the 80s.
Yeah, that's not a knock. That's a nod. I'm saying people should remember and recognize, and that's a great trivia question.
And our dude, Mark Goodman, who we became friends with at SiriusXM, I believe, introduced the first video.
Mark, great man. He's the best. Yeah, it was him and J.J. Jackson and Martha Quinn. And then, of course,
Nina Blackwood.
Yeah, Nina Blackwood. And then, of course, it evolved to the Adam Currys of the world. And MTV News became a thing. And then we got Beavis and Butthead. The evolution was real. Then
And
Jersey Shore.
you were
and
pumping your fist.
now
for the
you
Jersey
get
Shore.
nothing but ridiculousness and nothing.
Don't forget historic Yo MTV Raps.
Yo MTV Raps, Headbangers Ball. Yeah, I loved it. I
Unplugged.
lived it. I wanted my MTV. I had my MTV. It was a big deal, man, and we celebrate 44 years of it today. I think we need to get those videos back. I know they did their week of videos, but they need to do that again, man. I just don't understand why they strayed away from that. That was a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, we live in a different world now. No one's sitting down on their couch watching music videos. Kids will watch clips on their phone, and the reality is videos are still made for every song. They still spend money on it, too.
Not every song.
Nah, every song's got a video.
Not every song.
If you look up
Because
any...
it's just a waste of money if they're not playing them anywhere.
If you look up any song that charts on the radio, on SiriusXM, iHeart, Odyssey, Spotify, Apple, every big song, whether it's the Foo Fighters or Taylor Swift or Dua Lipa or Sabrina Carpenter or anyone that's at Jingle Ball or iHeart or Coachella, I promise you, they all have music videos, and they just sort of live in, like Vivo form and videos, and they're on YouTube, essentially.
So video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
You are a radio star.
44 years ago. And it was a big freaking deal, man. It was a big
So
it was
MTV has a
deal.
dad bod now.
Oh, MTV right now is trying to decide if it should use Just for Men.
MTV's definitely using Just for Men.
If MTV was a woman, they're contemplating their Botox options.
Absolutely. MTV's got a little
44.
sag to it now.
Yeah, MTV is thinking if they should get a mommy makeover.
Yeah, but hey, a lot of fun while it lasts. Even though it's still around,
What
no
else
one's
is,
tuning into MTV the way they used to.
MTV, 44 years old today. All right, you want to go to the Herd Line News with Danny G? Let's see what's doing. Let's do it.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
All right, guys, you started off the show talking about how baseball is having a moment.
Baseball.
Well, a random Thursday night game between the Braves and Reds turned into a historic thriller in the 8th inning. Do you hear about this?
8 runs at the top and
Wow,
bottom, right?
Man, the Braves broke a 3-3 tie by exploding for their 8 runs, only to allow the Reds to storm back with 8 of their own. And it's just the third time in Major League history that both teams scored 8 or more runs in the same inning, according to your friend Elias at the Sports Bureau.
That's insane.
It was also the third time in the expansion era that 2 teams combined for 16 or more hits in the same inning, with each team posting 8. The Braves went on to win a wild one, 12-11 in 10 innings.
I love those ridiculous stats that they're able to figure out. Did you see that one yesterday with the Yankee game? The Yankees are the only MLB team in the modern era to erase a deficit in the 8th, erase a deficit in the 9th, and erase a deficit in the 10th, and then win in the 11th.
That's just.
I love it.
That's
The
a
back
pretty
and forth.
cool. That's a pretty cool game right
It
there.
just adds to the excitement, Danny G. To answer 8 runs with 8 more of your own, that's insane.
Yeah, but then you lose. They ended up losing the game.
Yeah, but still, for the fans, what an exciting moment.
Yeah, it's a lot of offense. That's what we want. All right, let's move to the NFL. Covino, one of your favorite quarterbacks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers QB Baker Mayfield. Contusion on his throwing hand. I think that's a fancy way to say a bruise. He sat out practice at training camp today in Tampa. Bucs coach Todd Bowles told reporters that Mayfield's hand is sore. It's been sore, he says, for the last couple of days from a couple of factors which all added up. He's not concerned that it's a long-term injury.
You know what's so funny? You're so right. I just looked it up to confirm. Why do they use the word contusion? It's really just a bruise. Is that why? Like, why can't we? Why do we?
You had to look that up?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. You knew contusion was bruise?
Yes. What? I think that was common knowledge.
No, I did not know.
We get contused egos.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, let's lastly talk about Baltimore. Lifelong Ravens fan, native of Baltimore, Michael Phelps, your favorite swimmer. He plans to help give swimming lessons to the Ravens. They requested his help on social media. Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey posted a video with the request for the Olympic icon on IG and X. The video features Humphrey and other teammates inside the brand new recovery pool at the Under Armour Performance Center there in Owings Mills, Maryland. The 23-time gold winner Phelps responded the other day on IG by writing back, "I got y'all, let's do it."
That's cool, man. I mean, if you're going to get swimming lessons, I had some random mean middle-aged woman give my kids swimming lessons. Michael Phelps, a lot cooler.
Yeah. Michael Phelps, way cooler. In fact, he's a guy, you know how we often forget about Joey Chestnut when we talk about goats?
Yeah.
Forget about Phelps a lot. He's the goat.
Yeah.
He is. He has to be in that conversation.
I'm going to add, by the way, that to the list of dumb things about myself. The fact that I didn't know that contusion, I didn't know it was just simply
Hold on,
bruise.
let me pull out my scroll and add it to the list.
How did I not know that? Danny, I wanted to add one thing to your
go for it.
Your herd line news. More of a question, less news. So when you see these trade deadline moves happen yesterday and the day before, last couple of days, a lot of action. When do you want and expect the guys to debut for your new team?
Immediately.
Like, is it almost like...
That's how I feel.
Like, if you're capable, Danny G, right now, if you're capable of being in New York in 5 hours from right now, or you're capable from going from Seattle to Miami in a 5-6 hours, is it crazy to expect, like for the Mets, is it crazy for me to think Cedric Mullins should be on tonight's lineup?
No. It's a long season. Every game matters right now after the All-Star break. You want to see your new star or even non-star player show up the very next day. I'd say one day.
Did you see that the Yankees made the trade for Jose Caballero yesterday while they were playing him, and he had to say goodbye to his former team there and then, I guess, say what's up to his new teammates right after.
Is that why he winked at Aaron Boone?
No, but that's so weird. It's so awkward when you think about that.
2 times that happened this year.
Yeah.
But I do wonder, like, for instance,
But I expected him to be in, like, immediately.
Like, Eugenio Suarez, is he already pounding around with the Mariners? Or do we give these guys, like, an odd grace period? Like, we know you got to, like, pack up your stuff and all that. But,
it takes a second to acclimate. Even McMahon said the other day, like, he could finally breathe once he got that walk-off because he was playing so tight and so nervous. Like, it does take a second to get comfortable.
I get it, but my point is, you're a Major League Baseball player. You're making a ton of money, and I know that's not the... I hate to be the guy that uses that excuse, but you could have someone help pack up your place. You could hire a moving company. I'm sure your wife or family, very supportive.
50-something games left.
Yeah,
Get in there right now.
In my mind, like, they have not released the lineup yet, but I can only imagine, I bring it up because it's my team, but I would imagine Cedric Mullins is in the Mets lineup tonight.
I think so.
Has to be. I mean,
Yep.
it's right. Well, anyway,
Fans
thank you.
are excited.
Thank you, Danny G.
Yeah, that is your Herd Line News.
That's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Line News.
So we still have to get to Chipotle worker or WNBA player. Getting you involved,
what a
Herd
game.
Nation, Fox Sports Radio Nation. It's our way of bribing you to check out our show with prizes. That's really what it is. And we're getting a whole new inventory of prizes because we always give stuff away because we're trying to win people over. We're kissing ass, as my dad would say. Hey, why you always kissing ass?
So we'll kiss some ass, give away some prizes, play some games, and, of course, we'll talk more NFL, and we'll get into the weekend hobnob and what you need to watch, not only in sports, but what's new to streaming, what's at the theater. We break it all down. Coming up right here, Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich in for the Herd.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
yeah! Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding. He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
yeah! Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining.
Wow. 44 years ago today, MTV debuted and changed our lives for a good 20-something years. I feel like the past 24 years has been ridiculousness on repeat.
Yeah.
But it was great, man. I was a big fan. Like I said, I still love Beavis and Butthead, courtesy of them. Covino and Rich, we're like Beavis and Butthead, in for Colin on the herd. And the home you've worked so hard for is ready to work hard for you with home equity loans from Rocket Mortgage. Learn how you can turn your home's equity into cash.
Cash.
Visit rocketmortgage.com today. Rocket Mortgage, LLC.
Licensed in 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030. Now, two quick notes.
Why'd you say NMLS like Trump? Why'd you do that?
NMLS.
Tag Ovalia.
So, hey, Rich.
Yes.
I just want to let people know a few things.
Yes.
Shout out to the affiliates. We appreciate you guys. We're on Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 on the West, 5 to 7 on the East here on Fox Sports Radio. If you're new to our show, we have a bonus pod called Overpromised, and we dropped episode 103 yesterday, and we talked about your stupid AF if you disagree with blank.
Yeah, I thought this was great because Sophie Cunningham, said that if you don't think Caitlin Clark's the face of the WNBA, you're stupid as F. So he, as Covino said, came up with other things in sports and entertainment that we believe if you don't think is true, you're stupid AF.
These are things that we don't have time for or never get to on this show. So our bonus show, Overpromised with Covino and Rich, is available wherever you stream your podcast. Search Overpromised, Covino and Rich, or you could watch it on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. And again, just thanks for hanging out with us on this Naked Gun weekend. Speaking of, coming up, we do weekend hobnobbing every Friday, so we'll tell you what you need to watch this weekend.
You got it, Buster Brown. Two quick notes. Did you see they announced where the MLB All-Star Game is going to be in 2027? And it's an awesome answer.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Well, no,
it's going to be ready.
There's no team there yet, but they won't be ready or anything.
Well, you're hyping it up like it's so off the wall.
No, I think it's just a really cool stadium choice.
All right, go ahead. Just tell me.
It hasn't been there since 1990. That's a big hint because how many stadiums are still around that were around in 1990, right? Wrigley Field in Chicago. Baseball All-Star Game will head back to Wrigley, and they said Wrigleyville will be stepped up to a new level.
Wait, that 1990 All-Star Game, is that where they had that big ceremony for all the legends?
Very well could have been. Look that up. But for the first time in 35 years, well, it'll be 37 years, the Baseball All-Star Game will head to Wrigley in Chicago. And what's pretty cool about that, Wrigleyville's got all the cool bars and restaurants. They're saying over the next 2 years now, they're going to really try to make sure that area is even more ready for a great All-Star week.
And that new Vegas stadium that the A's are expected to play in is going to be ready for opening day 2028.
There we go. All right. So remember I told you yesterday, right, that I went and got a haircut, and I took the barbershop test. They were all buzzing about baseball.
Yeah.
One of the vatos there was like, yo, Covino. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, yo, bro. He's like, yo, baseball's popping, right? And I'm like, sure is, man. He's like, yo, man, you think my Dodgers going to make it? I'm like, yeah, probably, unfortunately. He's like, yo, I want to ask you, bro. He's like, yo, Doug.
Know what I love, by the way, when you do go to places like this, when when people find out you're on Fox Sports or ESPN or NFL.
Yeah, but the whole place was talking about baseball.
No, but I'm saying that there's a sense of like all of a sudden they think your opinion means something. Yeah. I always find that funny.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Like, dude, if I'm like you're right. The barbershop's a great example. The gym. If you start talking to people, my softball buddies, they'll ask me like I have any more insight. Like, yo, bro, I know you work for Fox Sports. Who do you think I should pick in my NFL draft? Blank or blank?
You got to pretend like you do, right? Like you know a little something. He goes, yo, bro. He's like, yo, did I see you at the home run derby on TV? Were you there in Atlanta? I'm like, yeah, that was us, man. Our whole mission was to get on TV. He's like, yo, I saw the camera zoom in and you were going wild. He's like, I wasn't sure, man. He's like, yo, but I saw you like a few times. And yes, we were on TV for the All-Star Game, the home run derby. We were in the dugout. We had a blast.
Yeah, it really was.
We interviewed Zach Brown because he did the anthem. If you missed any of it, it's all on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. But we were there in the home run derby, and it's just something you got to plan ahead with your family or friends to go to. So Rich is right. Chicago, let's go. It's a fun
I'm excited
time.
for that one. Now, before we get to, again, WNBA player or Chipotle worker, before we get to weekend hobnobbing, we'll talk more NFL. Just a thought, and again, it's there's more to this than, hey, the Golden Bachelor. But you know the new Golden Bachelor is former L.A. Ram Mel Owens.
Okay.
He was named the Golden Bachelor. He's 66 years old. Again, played in the NFL.
Are you watching Bachelor in Paradise, by the way?
I am not. And I'm not.
They're mixing the young people with the old people.
Oh, man. Some daddy stuff going on or what? Some zaddy action?
I mean, I haven't seen any hookups, but it's getting a little flirty.
Well, I'll say this. The guy's a 66-year-old athletic dude. Look at him. He played in the NFL, so he's like one of those like in shape 60-somethings, right?
Okay.
Admirable, right?
I mean, 60-something today is like 50-something.
And I don't know if you saw like a few weeks ago, this guy got a lot of crap because he told producers, keep in mind, he's 66. If you try casting any woman over 60, I'm immediately eliminating them. And people are like, how vain, how wrong. And it just goes to show, like, is he not allowed to have preferences? So he has since, I just saw an update, he sort of pulled back that comment a little bit. He's like, all right, well, maybe not age, but he said, quote, try to stay away from artificial hips and wigs and, that kind of stuff. So he's saying, I'm an active 66-year-old. I want a younger woman. Since when is preference something we're not allowed to have anymore? Anytime the word preference is brought up,
I know
it brings up ageism, sexism, racism, everything. When you just have a preference,
we sort of touched on it yesterday with our bonus show. Like it's okay to think Sydney Sweeney's hot. It doesn't make you a Nazi.
She has good genetics. Do you not think she has good genetics?
It's okay to have preferences.
I
guys.
saw some
we
ass
need to
clown.
relax a little bit.
I saw some ass clown on the news saying that we should stray away from things like the term good genetics, because what does that mean? I'm like, I don't know, like LeBron James, good genetics. He's a beast.
That guy
Sydney
deserves,
Sweeney.
Yeah, he deserves a wedgie, that
Sydney
guy.
Sweeney, she's hot. Good
that guy
genetics.
probably lacks good genetics.
All right, so you're trying to tell me...
And by the way, when you say Sydney Sweeney's hot, that doesn't mean she's the only hot person.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the fact that you're not allowed to have preferences and something like the phrase good genetics could be misconstrued. You're trying to tell me black, white, Hispanic, Asian. You're trying to tell me Shohei Ohtani doesn't have good genetics?
You're trying to tell me that Tua Tagovailoa doesn't have good genes?
Tagovailoa.
So it just a reminder here on Covino and Rich as we fill in for the herd. So many of the headlines you see, you really got to ask yourself, we mentioned this yesterday, is anyone really mad? Because the answer is probably no. Oh, people are up in arms. No one's usually up in arms.
And the person that is mad, do you really care about that person?
And if it's some weirdo that's mad, who cares about that weirdo?
You're allowed to have preference.
The end. All right, more Covino and Rich in for Colin next on the herd.
All right, the world famous CNR on FSR. Infamous, which is more than famous.
You do it.
Sweeping the nation. Covino and Rich in for Colin on the herd. And this hour, action-packed, Pee-wee. Because we get you ready for the weekend. We do something every Friday on our show, which is Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on the East. Make note of it. Or just search Covino and Rich and follow the pod. We do Weekend Hobnobbing, what you need to watch in the world of sports and entertainment. So you know what's going on come Monday. Weekend Hobnobbing. Plus, we play games this hour. We bribe and kiss some ass and give you a chance to win. We're out of Swiggies. We're out of our water bottles. So we have, I think we're getting a new shipment of bribery balls. They're Nerf footballs, Fox Sports Radio footballs. But we're going to give you an IOU, which is just as good as money. So we will give away some prizes. Your chance to win Chipotle worker or WNBA player. But we started off today's show. If you missed anything, again, catch the podcast.
Yeah.
We started off this professional gram of ours talking about how we had preseason football yesterday. The Chargers beat the Lions 34-7. Your boy Trey Lance, your former boy Trey Lance, had a decent game, 120 yards, 2 tutties. But even though the NFL's back, baseball's winning.
Well, it very well should be. It's August, and then the point we were making
but it hasn't been that way in a long time.
No, it's been like a good decade.
The proof was today because normally we'd be talking football, and not even a lot of big names were moved yesterday, but big pieces. So big pieces were traded, and I feel like my team did all right. Your team did better, Rich. The Mets. I'm a Yankees fan.
We'll see how it unfolds and unfurls, but I will say
Danny G, it sucks for you because the Padres made some good moves. They even got Nasty Nestor last minute. You saw that?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm worried about that one.
Ooh.
Some of the other moves. So, hey, respect to them. This is going to heat up in the NL
like
West.
The Dodgers own Nasty wait a second.
They do.
So
hey, don't worry. The Dodgers got that call, dude. So, on fire.
You know, it's August 1st, and the reality is that it should be about pennant races. It should be about how every division except the AL Central is within a couple games. Baseball's popping. Baseball's back. All the changes over the last couple years have worked. Baseball is winning, and we love it. Some of the trade deadline moves that you got to admire. The Padres getting Mason Miller. The Phillies, as a Mets fan, I hate to say it, Johan Duran. That's a big one. But then again, the Mets upgraded their center field situation. Tyrone Taylor was great defensively, but now you got Cedric Mullins, and arguably the Mets have shored up their bullpen with Tyler Rogers of the Giants and Ryan Helsley of St. Louis. So, hey, lots of big moves. Bieber to Toronto, Suarez to the Mariners. Again, baseball's popping. Bam.
How many times did we say that today? Jeez,
I know.
think we
might
made
be
the point. But trade deadline winners, Padres, Mets, and Mariners. I agree with Ben Verlander. And the losers, Cubs, Sox, and Jays. But the other side story that I thought was kind of cool or interesting, as a Yankees fan, I hate it, but it's still a cool story. I can acknowledge Carlos Correa going back to his old team because he waived his no-trade clause from the Twins. But the Twins, like you said, set up a whole garage sale and got rid of everybody. He goes back to his old team, but now playing third base because Jeremy Pena is at shortstop. So he agreed to do that, and it got me thinking of, well, he's definitely got some juice still, but how many times does that really work where a star player leaves a team and comes back and does just as well or better? It's so few and far between because such is life. You left or you broke up or they fired you for a reason, and you did it maybe at your job, you did it in an old relationship, and you come back and you remember right away why it didn't work the first time.
It's interesting because I can only think of one, I'm being serious, one great example of second time was better, because I'm thinking of guys returning like Griffey Jr. ended with the Mariners. Tom Seaver went back to the Mets for a second.
That happens a lot.
You know, there's
You're
guys
just bookending your career where you started. It's nice.
You know, your boy Tino Martinez had a minute where he came back to the Yankees and had a good month, but it was a good month. In the fight game, people come out of retirement. They're not the same.
Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao just fought, and it was a draw, but now he's calling out the recently retired, quote-unquote retired, Gervonta Davis. But you come back. Speaking of boxing, the one name that comes to mind for me is a boxing name. So I don't know if that's who you
got in
No,
mind.
I mean Mike Tyson to me
No,
came
no,
back
no,
and
no,
he was
no,
not
no.
the same.
Okay, so we both have one. The thing is, it's so few and far between. When I actually Googled it, like, hey, players that went back to their former club, their old club, it's mostly soccer players that do that.
Football?
It's the football players that bounce around, come back. We don't see a lot of success when it comes to football, baseball, basketball here in the States with that sort of thing. For me, I'll give you my answer. And this is where we get you involved and we have fun here on the show. 877-4-THE-HERD. We welcome phone calls, even if you stink. 877-4-THE-HERD, 877-484-3437. No pressure. Just call, say what's up. 877-484-3437.
I have two.
No, well, don't steal
no,
mine.
No. I'm definitely not going to steal yours. I have two examples, and yours is a fighter.
Yeah.
I have two examples, and the question really is, could it ever be better? Second time around, could it ever be better? Reunion style, and I have two examples of how better the second time.
Well, I think we all remember back in 1994, I believe it was 94, at the age of 45, George Foreman stunned the world knocking out Michael Moore and then had a really great run. Like, he came back right before all of our eyes, took a lot of fights, got the rust out, but it was almost like we saw two different guys. You're like, wait, that's the same George Foreman that was fighting Muhammad Ali? He's back?
Oh, so bald George Foreman and George Foreman with hair were two different guys.
They're like two different dudes from two different eras. So he came back out of retirement and was just as good, became the heavyweight champion of the world, if not better. Like, he had a great run. He became a successful endorser and became a household name again. He changed his whole image around. I think George Foreman is definitely one of those that, yeah, he left and came back and was just as good, if not better.
Do you want me to give you my two?
Yeah.
There's one that's so obvious, I think, to me and everyone. The second one, I think, is equal, even more so, but it's a pop culture example. Coming back home, and it's better. LeBron James goes back to Cleveland, wins their first and only title. That's your number one answer. Very rarely does a guy go back to where he had previously been, and the second time around, delivers.
Let's go another round.
I have one more example, and it's near and dear to you. Because I think, you might say, well, that's TV, Rich. It doesn't count. It does. I think Ralph Macchio and Billy Zabka and the whole cast of Cobra Kai had a better run with the TV series than when you really think about the few movies in the 80s.
Which is ironic, because what was Johnny Lawrence known for saying? You couldn't leave well enough alone, couldn't you? Couldn't leave well enough alone.
Cobra Kai among the people like us that looked at it as nostalgia, and your kids who love Cobra Kai because they had a bunch of good teen actors.
No, that series on Netflix was hugely successful.
So I think that was a comeback.
You know what? That's a good answer. It was a comeback that no one really believed in. Like, come on. And it ended up being just as impactful as the movie.
Because all the other ones, I get it, like Fuller House or Girl Meets World. There's some success there, but I really think Cobra Kai, the success, money, and popularity of that Netflix show, believe it or not, I believe was far superior to, Karate Kid 1 and 2?
Yeah, and how many times in life did you want to get back with a girlfriend or someone in your life? And maybe you did. You realized right away that, man, that ended for a reason. At first, it's real exciting. At first, it's the greatest, and your prayers were answered. But then you realize, it doesn't work usually the second time around. So we bring that up because Carlos Correa is back with the Astros.
I have a question for you. Does it have to be on the same project? Meaning, in sports, we're saying, of course, it has to be the same team. Like, if a guy comes back to his previous team, very rarely is stint 2 better than stint 1.
How many stints did Billy Martin have with the Yankees? Because they just kept going back to the well with him.
I mean, I almost felt like that when I was a kid. In my mind, I thought Lou Piniella and Billy Martin were just stood there, and Steinbrenner had a coin, and he flipped it. He's like, you, now you, now you. Like, I think
he was fired 5 times. I'm not even joking you.
Yeah. I believe he was. When we were kids, I felt like Billy Martin and Lou Piniella switched based on the mood of George Steinbrenner Sr.
Can you think of any other examples
I have one
in
more.
life, in sports, where they return to the old job, to the old relationship, to the old show, to the old team, and were just as impactful or more than when they left?
See, it's tough because in entertainment, sometimes when someone is like sort of gets a little rebirth, it's not the same as returning to the same team. But I thought of a guy that we knew when we were little kids, and I think now he's more popular and totally different. The hair versus bald George Foreman made me think of it.
Okay.
Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel was an Afro comedian.
But he never, left.
Yeah, but I feel like, I feel like he reemerged with Deal or No Deal and all the game shows. And I guarantee there's young people.
What are you talking about? He had Walk Like a Man. That was a great movie.
Stop it.
He did Bobby's World.
Isn't that more like reinventing yourself, Rich?
Yeah, I guess you're right. So that might not apply. I'm just saying, to me, I think, if you ask Danny
Rich
G's...
was just thinking he was a different guy with a different hair.
I'm saying, if you ask Danny G's kids, his stepsons that are in their 20s,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, Howie Mandel, the bald guy from Deal or No Deal, or...
It's like he had a few chapters. Like he stuck around long enough to have two completely different looks. But yeah, George Foreman was out of the sport, man, for well over 10 years. Let me double check that.
You know who's back now? It's not as popular as it once was, but doesn't Jon Stewart host The Daily Show again?
Yes.
Not as popular as it once was, but Jon Stewart's as sharp as he has ever been.
Yeah, I guess it's part of the conversation, but yeah, is it better than when it was the first time around or just as good? I don't hear people buzzing about that really. Late night as a whole is sort of dead.
No one really cares,
right?
I guess.
So that's the point. Like, what are the Astros really going to get out of this move? I know what the expectations are. They won with Correa. He's a great player, but is that the guy they're going to get on this team? He's still young enough to be, Rich, one of these answers that we go to in the future because it's so few and far between that the love story continues.
All right, so I have two examples that the story hasn't been written yet, but I want you to give me what you think the odds.
How about Donald Trump?
Oh, I mean he did come back, and
I mean his story's not written yet, but he still became president again. That's pretty cool.
That's a rarity.
Yeah.
Until today, the market's been great. Don't look at your portfolio this afternoon.
Hey, Cove, really quick. I was on the phones. I don't know if you mentioned your boy Andy Pettitte.
He came back to the Yankees.
Yeah, they
and
lured him back.
Successful.
Was it 2006?
That was pretty cool because he was with the Astros, with the Rocket, and he bounced around. He had that steroid issue, but he squashed that issue too, and everybody forgave him because he said, "Yeah, I was just trying to get back." So yeah, Andy Pettitte is a pretty good answer, but again, it rarely happens.
Man, I had one, and now... Oh, I got it. I was saying this, too, that the story is not written yet. You tell me what you think. Do either of these guys have a chance to bring more glory second time around? Dame going back or Chris Paul going back and being a Clipper? Or are those just like, that's a nice reunion? Do either have a chance to make a bigger impact second time around?
Great answers. Great part of the discussion. Foreman, for the record, retired from 77 to 87. 87, he started to make his comeback and take these random fights. He was just fighting a bunch of lugs and tomato cans just to get the rust out, like I said. But he came back as a totally different guy. What's up, Danny G?
R.I.P. I was thinking about Ricky Henderson. Was traded to your Yankees from the A's, went back to Oakland, and did big things his second time around in Oakland.
Won a World Series.
Yeah.
Second time or third time, or whatever, how many times
Yeah,
around.
it's hard to keep track of his team stats.
Yeah, Henderson bounced around so much and was so impactful always that, he's a good answer for sure.
Because he won that World Series with McGuire and Canseco and Dave Stewart and, that team that won.
Yeah.
He was part of that squad. So
Can you guys even name all the teams that Ricky played on?
Well, started with the A's. On the road again? In order, no. But we know he played with the Dodgers, the Yankees.
A's, Yanks, Dodgers.
I think he played with the Brewers for a second.
Mets.
Or no. Padres, I meant. He played with the Padres for a minute.
The Mets?
The Mets. Man, that's a good one.
Yeah, A's, Yankees, back to the A's, Blue Jays back to the A's.
That's right. He was part of that Blue Jay squad.
Yeah. Padres, Angels back to the A's. Mets, Mariners, Padres, Red Sox, Dodgers.
I was going to say Sox. I knew he had to stop there. You know what I would have missed? I can't even picture Ricky in an Angels uniform.
No, yeah, I
That's
barely
all
remember that
all
one,
the
too.
others I could picture like him later, like in a Mariners, but Angels, huh?
So the Correa story is really interesting, but he could be part of this discussion in the future, depending on how he plays. As a Yankees fan, I'm not rooting for that, but he jumps right back in there, revitalizes the team and the fans. They're going to be pumped to see him. He's playing a new position. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I think he's got 3 years on it, so he's still there for another 3 years. I don't know how the money thing or the position thing's going to work out, but I'm pretty sure he'll be at third and Peña's at shortstop. So, again, these stories are rare, but they happen, and we hear about these things in relationships once in a while, but I think for that to be successful, a decent amount of time has to pass where you're totally different people, and you learn from that experience.
No doubt. Well, listen, coming up, we're going to go over Weekend Hobnobbing, what you need to watch in sports this weekend, and, of course, what's streaming, what's new, what you got to check out. And, of course, coming up next, we're going to play Chipotle worker or WNBA player. If you could figure out, are these women employees of Chipotle? Or are they WNBA stars? You could win a prize. We'll give away some stuff. And if you want in, the number again, 877 for the herd. 877 for the herd.
That's 877-484-3437. And the game is simple. All you have to do is not lose. That's it.
Just don't come in last place against the crew, and you're a winner.
And win a football, a bribery ball, one of our prizes. We'll do a prize giveaway next, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Covino and Rich in for Colin on the herd.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it. Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate you all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Joe. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong. Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape.
With the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special. Yes.
Who wants that?
Bigger, bolder,
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah!
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio.
Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game.
Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
The passion and emotional, the visceral connection is so much greater in radio than anything else available today.
We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People.
Hey, I want to thank Big Sexy Ryan on the ones and twos. I want to thank Danny G for super producing. He's the super producer of the COVINO and Rich Show, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on the East, 2 to 4 on the West. Just search COVINO and Rich. We're at COVINO and Rich on social media. Want to thank you, Herd Nation, Fox Sports Radio Nation, for hanging out with us. Thanks to Colin and the Herd. It's always a pleasure to be in for Colin. And the home you've worked so hard for is ready to work hard for you with a home equity loan from Rocket Mortgage. Learn how you can turn your home equity into cash money. Visit rocketmortgage.com today.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in 50 states. NMLS, consumeraccess.org, number 3030. Now, we do this game on our show, and the purpose is to prove that for all the know-it-alls that think they know everything about sports, do you know your WNBA players? Because I feel like most people are still learning, right?
I feel like Shane Gillis stole our joke at the ESPYs. Yeah.
You know what? I thought he was fantastic hosting the ESPYs. I'm a big Shane Gillis fan. I thought he nailed it. And I agree. I do feel like he did a joke that sort of encompasses this bit.
Right. You think you know, but do you really know? And at the same time, we familiarize ourselves with the WNBA and give back to you. So if you want to win a prize, 877 for the Herd. Are we ready to play?
Let's do it.
GG's up, peace. Are you going to get a Marie Brown jersey? Does she play in the WNBA?
Let's play a game that is clearly sweeping the nation.
Chipotle worker.
Or
WNBA player.
Can we say that Danny G
Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA?
1,000%.
I mean, Sophie Cunningham would say, if you don't say that, you're stupid AF.
Oh.
So I love that.
Well, you guys did explain the concept of the game, so we'll get right into it. And, Spotty, I'll use you for this. You can pick the line here.
Oh, I've
for
never
our
gotten to pick
contestant.
before.
I know,
Oh,
right?
wow. This is exciting.
Usually he just tabulates the score.
Right.
All right. Spot, would you love to travel to Bandon, Oregon, Big Bear, California, or Bloomington, Illinois?
I'm going to go with Oregon. Yeah, let's go up to Oregon.
That's
Oregon.
Daniel. What up, Daniel?
Damn, you poo-pooed Big Bear, huh?
Sorry.
What's
Not
up,
a fan.
Oregon? How
No
are you,
offense,
man?
Big Bear.
Good. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Daniel, what do you do for a living there in Oregon?
I work part-time caddy and work for a municipality.
Okay, hustling.
Nice.
You say you're a caddy?
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny and Happy Gilmore too?
Okay.
That's right.
By the way,
All right.
how great was he in that
he's
movie?
so good.
It was one of the best parts.
Yeah. All right, Daniel, all you got to do is not come in last place versus Covino, Rich, Spot, Ryan, and you will win one of our CNR prizes. All right, here we go. Covino, you are up first. Chipotle worker or WNBA player, Emma Cannon.
Oh, Emma Cannon, WNBA.
Rich.
Emma Cannon? Nah, she's a little skimpy on the guac.
Stop it.
Fill up that cup. I'm paying $3 for it.
Spot.
Feels very WNBA-ish. I'm going to go with WNBA.
Ryan.
Chipotle.
Daniel.
WNBA.
Emma Cannon is a 6'2 forward for the LA Sparks.
Damn.
Yes, she is.
Got you, Daniel.
Yes, she is.
Next name, Covino, Chipotle worker, WNBA player, Anna Haller.
Anna Haller, Chipotle worker, just because I know Danny G has to switch it up. He can't go back to back.
Rich.
See, I'll go. What's her name again?
Anna Haller.
Howler with a 3 for the Minnesota Lynx. Is that a team?
Spotty.
Actually,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, all right.
Wow.
Oh, you got one.
WNBA. I'm gonna go.
That doesn't count as a point for
Okay.
So Anna Haller?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to go WNBA. I think you can do 2 in a row.
Ryan.
Chipotle.
Daniel.
I'm going Chipotle too.
Anna Haller is a produce manager for Chipotle in California.
She's doing a hell of a job.
A hell of a job.
All right.
Nabbit.
Next name, Covino. Lexi Held.
Oh.
H-E-L-D.
Lexi held my guac.
Okay.
She's Chipotle, bro.
Lexi held my
Rich.
I said guac.
guac.
What?
Whoa.
Oh.
Brown or brown rice? Lexi. Chipotle.
Spot.
WNBA.
Ryan.
Chipotle.
Daniel. He loves this game. Daniel, what do you say?
WNBA.
WNBA. Lexi Held is indeed a 5'10 guard for the Phoenix Mercury.
Yes, she is.
All right.
All right, next name, Covino. Tiffany Mitchell.
Tiffany Mitchell, WNBA.
Rich.
Tiffany Mitchell.
Thinking hard on this one.
Tiffany Mitchell. To the hole for 2.
Show
Tiffany
ends in a half
Mitchell.
hour.
WNBA. I'm trying to. Tiffany Mitchell. Yeah.
Spotty.
She's the brand marketing supervisor for Queso. Yeah, I'm going to go with Chipotle.
All right, Ryan.
Chipotle.
Honestly, just laughing.
I don't know.
Daniel.
WNBA.
Lexi Held. Or I'm sorry, Tiffany Mitchell.
Yeah.
Is a 5'9
Yeah,
guard
come
for
on,
the
man.
Seattle Storm.
I don't believe you.
Yes, she is.
All right.
All right, next name. Covino, Chipotle worker, WNBA player, Jasmine Holmes.
Jasmine Holmes. I feel like this is a trick question.
Yeah.
Chipotle worker.
Double talk Dicky.
WNBA. New York Liberty.
Spot.
I think it's a trick question. Say the name again.
Jasmine Holmes.
Oh, definitely trick question. Chipotle.
Ryan.
Take a wild guess. Chipotle.
It's going to get it once. C.
Daniel.
Chipotle.
Jasmine Holmes is a service manager.
Yes, she
for
is.
There we go.
Yeah, she is.
There we go.
Chipotle in Ohio.
Orale Holmes.
All right, next name. Covino, Chipotle worker, WNBA player, Maddie Westfeld. Beld with a B.
West Beld. Yeah, WNBA.
Rich.
Chipotle.
Spotty.
WNBA.
Ryan.
Chipotle, baby.
Of course. Daniel.
WNBA.
Maddie Westbeld is a 6'3" forward for the Chicago. She plays for the Chicago Sky.
See that? And when I see the highlights this weekend, I'm going to be like, yeah, I knew it.
All right, next name, Covino. LaToya McNeil.
WNBA.
Rich.
LaToya McNeil. LA Sparks. WNBA.
Spotty.
Chipotle.
Ryan.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Chipotle.
Daniel in Oregon.
Let's go Chipotle.
LaToya McNeil is a crew member for Chipotle in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
In the great state of Mass. All right, next name and last name. Last but not least, Covino. WNBA player and Chipotle worker, Jessica Spears.
Jessica Spears, Chipotle worker.
Rich.
Same. Chipotle.
Spot.
WNBA.
Ryan.
Chipotle.
Daniel.
Let's go WNBA.
Jessica Spears is front of house staff for Chipotle.
Oh, yeah.
Chipotle worker.
Chipotle in Texas.
All right, so
now Spot is going to tabulate the score.
Yeah.
All right. In a strong, I'll start at second place. In a strong second place, Steve Covino.
Yeah, buddy.
In a less than strong third place, me. I came in third place.
Yeah.
So I think it's the first time. In fourth place, Sexy Ryan. And in dead last place, Mr. Rich Davis, which isn't a surprise. Which means Daniel pulled it out strong. You almost had a sweep.
Daniel.
You almost got them all. That's a winner.
Way to go.
I failed to tell you I coached girls basketball for high school.
Oh, come on.
You know what? Hey, that's an advantage. I like it.
Sleeper.
It pays to know, man. So, Daniel in Oregon, you're the big winner. That's how you play the game. You just can't lose on this show. And Danny G, we're going to give him an IOU, which is just as good as money, right?
For sure. Daniel, hang on the line. I'll get your info, okay?
Save this one. We got more Covino and Rich. We're going to do weekend hobnobbing. We're going to talk some MLB, go over some of what you might think are the best moves at the trade deadline. And like I said before, the National League, there's 6 teams that are within 2 to 3 games of each other. If you don't think baseball is on point right now, you're crazy. So we'll do that. But right now, time for the Herd Line News. Let's go.
No.
Turn on the news.
This is the Herd Line News.
All right, fellas, let's start with the NFL. Contract negotiations between Terry McLaurin and the Commanders have not gone the way the star wide receiver was hoping for, so he requested a trade yesterday. If Commanders GM Adam Peters does decide to move McLaurin, NFL.com has listed 6 teams they think are the best destinations for the 2-time Pro Bowler: Chargers, Raiders, Jets, Patriots, Niners, and Browns.
Danny G, as a Raiders guy, feeling that?
Oh, of course.
Absolutely, right?
They did draft Betch and that kid from Tennessee, so they have some youngsters there in the wide receiver room. But, yeah, to get McLaurin, who, by the way, at the Senior Bowl, there's a famous picture of him pointing to the Raider logo that was on his helmet. So at that time, he wanted the Raiders to draft him. Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, is this a bluff? Players have bluffed in recent years where, you stop following your team on social media, you request a trade, but then all you're doing is lighting a fire under the ass of your team. So I'm not certain he's done with the Commanders. That's my thought.
Oh, they have to pay him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be part of the Commanders? We talked about the power rankings yesterday. They were ranked 7th, according to Ralph Vacchiano.
Yeah, but you want to get paid too.
I get it, but you also want to play for a good team.
Yeah, pay the man. He's outplayed that last contract.
And Terry McLaurin's played for, until they got Jaden Daniels, he's had like a rotation of like bunk quarterbacks and still always was an elite guy. So yeah, he would be a sought-after dude, but I still don't think his days in Washington are over.
Yeah, or I should say he outplayed his first contract in the NFL. All right, let's move to the MLB. You guys have talked a lot about baseball today. Sorry, Minnesota, a crazy fire sale. The Twins wound up trading a total of 10 players. That's more than 1/3 of their active 26-man roster. Correa, Duran, Bader being the big names. Sitting 6 games under 500, the front office has decided a shakeup was necessary. They also wanted to shed salary, as there's a good chance that the team will be going up for sale.
It's an everything must go sort of sale. Yeah, that sucks for the Twins, but
well, does it though? I mean, we were talking to one of our buddies that's a Twins fan, and he said, you know what? It's when you're stuck in sports purgatory where you're not good enough to win, but not bad enough to lose 100 games, you're sort of just I think it's the worst place to be. Right? I mean, because think about all the teams that ended up winning World Series or that are good now. Think of how bad the Detroit Tigers were a couple years ago. Before the Astros were great and, won a couple World Series and made it there. They were terrible. You got to be terrible before you're great. You can't
but to really change the culture, don't you usually have to cut the head of the snake, right, to really make an impact? When the Red Sox had to change things around, they got rid of Garcia Parra, right? He was the biggest star. And I understand they got rid of some big names, but would it be Rocco Baldelli here? Like, maybe it's the manager. They had to get rid of all the players? That's like, whoa.
I just think that it's almost like, all right, not working, revamp.
Nothing against Rocco.
Yeah,
I like him.
doing?
He's a great guy. Baldelli.
He's Italian.
He's Italian. So I say that respectfully. I'm just saying it's you don't often see that. So, hey, on the plus side, your Vikings are going to be good this year, so focus on football, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. All right, a story out of the NBA. Millions of dollars worth of Miami Heat collectibles, including game-worn finals jerseys, were stolen from the NBA franchise. They're calling it the largest heist of sports collectibles ever. According to a report, an NBA insider says expensive items were slowly removed from a team vault. This, of course, leads some to suspect it as an inside job. The feds began investigating 18 months ago with the stolen game-worn Heat jerseys being sold on the black and regular markets over a multi-year period. The stolen items include game-worn gear from high-profile players like LeBron, Shaq, and Wade, as the Heat had this in a vault to, save for their team's history, like wing of their arena.
Yeah, this is high-profile merchandise memorabilia. You know what's going to happen is guys like Frankie Carbone are going to come out partying wearing a LeBron James jersey, and you're going to find them in a meat locker, like Goodfellas. You got to where it's going to turn up somewhere. It is.
Yeah, on on one of your shows you watch. Where who's that guy from Vegas? With
Ken Golden.
Ken Golden. It's going to end
Golden
up there.
Collectibles.
Golden Collectibles. We'll see. All right, thank you, Danny G.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
I was also thinking your dude Chum Lee, right? Someone's gonna try to auction
Pawn
it up.
Stars?
Pawn
Yeah.
Stars, yeah.
So, and Rick will offer him $5 for it, or call one of his friends to find the true value of it. Now, every Friday on our show, Covino and Rich, Monday through Friday here on Fox Sports Radio, 2 to 4 on the West, we do something called weekend hobnobbing. Because, look, we're living for the weekend, but there's a lot of people chauffeuring their kids, their nose-picking kids around all weekend for travel league, baseball, this and that, birthday parties. You know, we got to tell you what you need to watch so you know what's going on come Monday.
When you get a chance to actually sit down and chill, what to watch. We'll go over that next. Little weekend hobnobbing right here. Fox Sports Radio, Covino and Rich, in for our pal Colin Cowherd on the Herd.
For a spotlight comfort at home, you got to go with Navien tankless water heaters.
Navien,
we love keeping things simple, and our friends at Navien make it easy to go tankless. You'll see results right away. No more waiting around for your water to heat up. No more surprise cold showers.
Yo, that's actually true story. I got the tankless. Remember the old school feeling of you would turn on the shower and you have to wait like a minute? Let it get hot. No, you turn it on, water's hot. You're not wasting water.
You don't have to let it run, just sit on the bowl for a while?
No, you don't have to do that old school move. And you know what? It doesn't take up the space like some of those old school water heaters where it's a big cylinder that takes like a fourth of your garage.
Yeah.
None of that nonsense anymore. Navien delivers endless hot water while keeping your utility bills low. It's the most efficient and durable tankless water heater on the market with a 15-year limited warranty. They don't use that old school heater. So again, you're going to save space, energy bills, and endless hot water at home. With Navien, it's the winning play.
Right now, you can save hundreds on a new Navien tankless water heater with local rebates. There's never been a better time to go tankless, so find the name of the local Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. That's tanklessmadesimple.com.
It's COVINO and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking
joking.
Bo Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut estate?
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50 Cent. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event
You
during
can't.
a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled their wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
It's Covino and Rich on Fox Sports Radio. Are you ready?
Yes! We talk about pop culture, we talk about sports, we talk about life.
It's a friendship on the radio. When you talk about the best athlete in the world, you're probably thinking Jim Thorpe, right?
I'm thinking Bo
joking.
Jackson.
I'd have to throw myself at the age of 12 into the conversation.
You are the home run champion. When you find the commonality between sports and life, those analogies and conversations are the best. You were dating some girl, and you were like, hey, babe, let's watch The Sixth Sense. Her mom walked in. Can you believe he was dead the whole time?
I wanted to get up.
Well, slow down, Dana White.
I don't want to say. It's never boring.
If the Chiefs win,
Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
Our friendship is real. It's authentic. You can't fake the funk.
we're the type of guys you'd want to hang out with at a sports bar. Best way to pick someone up at a bar?
Yeah.
Go up to a cute girl and say, oh, look at that bozo over there. And I'll point to you. We could make fun of each other, poke each other a little bit.
I call him Blubber Lips, Rich Davis, because he never stops talking.
He thinks he's the Mexican Fonz.
Yeah.
At any point, he's wearing a chain. You have a chain on?
Always.
Of course he has a chain on.
That's like asking me if I'm wearing cologne right now. Of course I am. We take a lot of pride in being inclusive and interactive on our show. Just the more the merrier.
Josh, Covino thinks that every man should own a leather jacket.
I only wear vegan leather.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't believe this guy. We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all show. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
Mike Tyson, Covino, loves to just challenge us with random Mike Tyson trivia.
Which accomplished celebrity purchased my sprawling Connecticut 50th date.
I'm going to go 50 Cent.
You are absolutely correct, 50th date. I love his song.
You can't schedule a big event during a big sports moment.
My family member scheduled her wedding the same night as a Julio Cesar Chavez fight. Everyone was glued to that fight instead of doing the electric slide.
This is weak.
Unbelievable. You're very tricky.
America, you got sports, you got fun, you got us.
Covino and Rich.
We're crushing it.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Covino and Rich. Steve Covino, just a kid from Union, New Jersey, home of the world's tallest water sphere, and me. And that's Rich Davis from Franklin Square, Long Island. Together, we form the Covino and Rich Show with Danny G. Super producing, spot on the videos at Covino and Rich, Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. And thanks again, Ryan, for hanging out with us. And thank you. It's always a pleasure being in for Colin on the Herd. Remember to save big on your water and energy bills with the new Navien tankless water heater. Navien tankless water heaters provide endless hot waters for spa-like comfort. Navien makes it easy to go tankless. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com. Now, we do this every Friday on our show. We get you ready for the weekend. It's Weekend Hobnobbing.
Living for the weekend. Your winning bets for talking points if you get stuck socializing.
You ever done anything dangerous?
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
That is dangerous.
Friday brings us Weekend Hobnobbing.
Now, what if we said 175 times on today's show, starting off early in the morning, we said baseball is popping.
Yeah, buddy.
Because they're innovating. They made the game shorter, made it fun. So many reasons. Well, this weekend, first ever MLB game played in the state of Tennessee. Tennessee. So it's not a game of horseshoes. It's a game of baseball. Bristol Motor Speedway, Bristol, Tennessee, Braves, Reds. The Speedway Classic, I'm there for it. I'll check it out.
You're
That sounds
in.
cool.
You're
Have you
doing
seen it? It looks badass.
I think the overhead view of how they turn a racetrack into a baseball stadium is pretty freaking cool.
I like it.
It's on Fox, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Can't wait. In other sports-related news or things to watch, UFC Fight Night, Tatsuro Taira and Park Hyun-sung. But the co-main is Rebecca and Duncan. So some UFC this weekend.
I feel like you're just saying names.
No, I'm not. So enjoy some good UFC fights. And when you're done with the Billy Joel documentary,
Which is so good.
It's called And So It Goes. That's on HBO Max. Your boy, Rich, Mark Maron, has a new stand-up special called Panicked. So Mark Maron's back doing some stand-up stuff. I love a good comedy show. I'll check that out for sure. And let me shamelessly promote our bonus pod. You could watch our show, Overpromised. The brand new episode dropped yesterday right on Fox Sports Radio's YouTube page. It's called Overpromised with Covino and Rich. You can also listen wherever you stream. Episode 103, we talk about Sophie Cunningham and what she said about Caitlin Clark being the face of the WNBA. She said, you're stupid if you disagree. What are some other things you're stupid for if you disagree? We break it down on Overpromised.
All right. Now, in the theater, you've heard about it. It's getting, I believe, 90% on, as you call it, Rotten Tomatoes. The fans, the critics, everyone's saying that Naked Gun with
The
Liam
fans
Neeson.
gave it 80% on the popcorn meter.
Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson, apparently it is an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes of pure hilarity. You said it earlier in the show. When we first heard about it, we were like, really? Come on. You mean Leslie Nielsen's classic? Seth MacFarlane's got who? Liam Neeson? They're saying this is the perfect example of be careful to judge too quickly because this is apparently the funniest movie of the year.
I heard a perfect tribute and homage and nod to the original with nonstop laughs. Like punchline after punchline. Seth MacFarlane really did a great job is what we're hearing, so enjoy that this weekend.
And at home, if you want to watch, if you got Amazon Prime, which a lot of us do, I don't know how this went into the radar. Danny G, have you heard of the new War of the Worlds?
Yeah, we actually talked about it last week on Hobnobbing.
He doesn't listen to you, Dan.
Oh, Danny, I'm sorry. I don't listen to you. He's right. No, but Ice Cube and Ava Longoria, I happen to be flipping by. I'm like, what's this? Oh, wait, a reimagining of that classic movie. Don't nod your head at me, Spot. You think I only don't listen to you? I don't listen to anybody. Now, other shows that we've talked about that if you're not caught up on, Stick on Apple TV for all the golf fans. Happy Gilmore's not the only golfer in town. That's a great golf show. Funny comedy, more of an emotional comedy with, you said, Mark Maron and Owen Wilson. Stick is on Apple TV. And Covino and I both could get behind Paramount Plus, Dexter Resurrection.
Dark Passenger.
The fact that there's a villain called the Dark Passenger and Dexter's mad about it.
Well, what's so cool about it is it's star-studded. Uma Thurman's on the new season.
Yep.
Dinklage, Neil Patrick Harris, your boy from
Eric Stone Street.
Yeah, Eric
from Modern
Stone
Family.
Street from Modern Family.
Big Kansas fan, right?
And all the callbacks from the previous seasons. It's so good. Dexter's been a part of our life for like 20 years now, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Every episode has been great so far, so I agree with you there, man.
Let me give you just a couple things that are new that you might want to check out. If you like, creepy stuff, the Son of Sam tapes.
Son of Sam.
A documentary about Son of Sam on Netflix. I started watching a show yesterday that I know it's not new. Let me find it in a second. I'll tell you in a second. But it's.
Let you find it?
No, I was. Oh, here it is. Lazarus on Netflix. That's pretty damn good. It's like a guy that keeps living the same day over and over, and it's like about a disease or something. That's pretty good. But I got to ask, have you guys
You're
watched?
just rattling stuff off now.
No, these are all good things. I'll give you one more thing, ass clown. Have you watched any of these train wreck series?
Yes, I have. The one with Balloon Boy's out now. It's great.
Balloon Boy? And there's one about, remember when all those buffoons stormed Area 51?
Yes, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
By the way, does everybody remember Balloon Boy? We all thought it was a little boy in a UFO balloon.
Can I tell you, that was one of the weirdest moments on our show. If you want to take us back then, these guys were laughing so much, like, the balloon. For some reason, I got so mad
Rich
at them.
cried on the air.
I didn't cry, but I was...
October 15th, 2009.
Ryan, they were laughing, and I remember saying, guys, there's a kid in that balloon.
You know what? And then Spot was on the ones and twos, and we played Up and Away, my beautiful. And Rich got real serious. Like, this isn't a joking matter, guys. There's a boy in there.
So there is a documentary all these years later about the hoax that is Balloon Boy, and I'm done rambling. You're right. Danny G, I'll pass it off to you.
Because of this feature, Covino talked about this. It's number one now on my watch list. Love is Blind meets The Voice, building the band.
Dude.
It's so good. Allison, she's a blonde she's kind of a bully. She makes the show.
She's
so good.
A nightmare. She's like the typical person you don't want to collaborate or work with ever. Every office has one of these.
But Danny G, Covino has described it. Would you agree it's sort of like Love is Blind meets like a singing show, right?
That's what I just said.
Right? It's like Love is Blind meets a singing show.
Wait, did you just
that's
say?
how I started.
Is that how you said? I'm kidding.
Rich was thinking about other shows he could mention.
Rich was still thinking about Lazarus.
And really quick, a stand-up special I watched yesterday on Netflix. Dusty Slay. You know him? He wears that trucker hat.
Yeah,
He's got the long
funny.
hair, the long beard.
Yep.
Wet Heat. I love his calm delivery. It's good. You should check it out.
The whole this is a stand-up special.
Yes.
It's good. All right, I'll check that out.
I got one more thing. There's a comedy special with a guy where he wears a trucker hat. I'm kidding.
Dusty Slay.
But I'm going to tell you, that show Lazarus, you clowns, it's actually really good. It's into season 2. You know what? Good night.
Let me. I'll throw one more into the mix if you're a Momoa fan.
It's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Jason Momoa on his
Did he
birthday.
shave his beard too this week?
He did shave his beard for the new Dune
That's a big
Part
mistake,
3. Has a new series on Apple TV a movie called Chief of War.
Dude,
about
it looks dope.
Yeah, about the colonization of Hawaii. So that apparently has some cool things. And if you're into Marvel, Eyes of Wakanda, which is
it's a cartoon,
it's
right?
an animated series based on a prequel to Black Panther. So
Any scoop
check
on that,
out.
Ryan? I know you're a big fan of that world.
A few things. We have 30 seconds, and yes, I will be watching.
Thanks.
Hey, do you hear there's a new Wakanda thing?
Yeah.
All right, have a great weekend. Thank you, Colin, for letting us fill in the last couple days. Catch anything you missed on the pod. Lazarus. Watch Lazarus. We'll see you guys later. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
And we got 10 seconds.
Oh, tell us about Lazarus.
Let me tell you, there's a comedian with a hat.
Oh, yeah, Dusty Slay.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.